Yeah. Better days, I pray for better days. Working hard cause I want extra pay. Talk to them seeds, but you must demonstrate. Cause it's your ways that they gon' imitate. Non-violent. Sometimes I wish I would've went to college. Frown proudly. Cause where I'm from, they hate you when you smiling. Your faith should be your gun. You can't leave home without it. The children being grown, cause all the parents acting childish. You show them your reality, I bet they doubt it. You tell them all about your dreams, that's when they out it. Your own blood, ain't no family no more. They do you badly for show. You try to patch up your soul, Lord knows you on a mission to show him you so submissive. The prayer said in silence, you know the devil can hear him, pay attention. Know the war's within, how much time do you spend? Try to balance your zen, then again, losses is lessons. You tell me you trying to win, we know about saving money. You tell me you trying to spend that blood on it. Sweat, tears, you put that love on it. Your best years was just a dumb moment. You tired of going hungry, can't deal with fake making your life lonely. Your lack of faith that left your soul bony. But you gon' work and you gon' strive, do what it takes to survive. What is truth, what is a lie? You know that war's inside. Some get draped into the fake, they don't know what to decide. Wrong choice, meet your demise, keep that between you and I. You realize, some people you gon' let go, you visualize. The things you need to feed your soul is on the rise. They not gon' wanna let you go, but it's alright. It's cool to bury what's gon' grow. Went from wrong to the right and to the dark to the light. It was a hell of a fight. You give it all your might. Gotta hold on tight and you stay strong and precise. You fight the war that's inside, cause it might change your life. From wrong to the right and to the dark from the light. It was a hell of a fight. You give it all your might. You just hold on tight and you stay strong and precise. You fight the war that's inside, cause it might change your life. I ain't the person that I used to be. So what I do today ain't things that you used to see. Stay the same, no, things change usually. Some folk I may know might get reintroduced to me. Yeah, I ain't the person that I used to be. So what I do today ain't things that you used to see. Stay the same, no, things change usually. Some folk I may know might get reintroduced to me.
Don't be stressing on the dumb shit, cause God is gonna make a way. Just keep going and keep your faith, so you can win this race. This race called life, yeah, yeah. This race called life. This race called life, yeah, yeah. Race called life. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm grinding 'cause I know that I'm gon' get it. I just gotta have vision, keep faith and be humble. Have some patience with it. I've been there once since day one, been always on my job. I never been a fake, never had to steal and rob. Cause I do good business, I'm too good with it. And even though I'm on this road, I'm still daddy to my children. You know I do good with them, and don't like being missing. But I hate when my bills are thicker and my pockets get thinner. But I can't stress upon the dumb shit, cause God is gonna make a way. I keep going and keep my faith in my pace, so I can win this race. Win this race called life. This race called life. I'm just trying to win this race called life. This race called life. This race called life, yeah. Race called life. I'm just trying to win this race called life, yeah, yeah, yeah. I keep on running in this race called life, yeah. this race called life. This race called life. Girl, I just gotta win this race called life. This race called life. Just gotta win this race called life.
This Saturday, the Coliseum opens. Two intellectual warriors, one explosive question, no place to hide. Honey Clark and Ben Eden, they're stepping into the arena to battle over a question that hits the heart of America. Do government welfare programs help the black community long term? Is it a lifeline or a leash? Does it build generational wealth or breed generational dependence? Honey Clark is coming armed with data, history, and fire in her voice, ready to argue that these programs are essential tools for equity and survival. Ben Eden steps in with statistics, economic theory, and a counterpunch philosophy, arguing that long-term empowering demands a different strategy. This isn't surface level politics. This is policy. This is history. This is legacy. Coliseum of Arguments, Titans Debate League. And this Sunday, 4 p.m. Welcome to Titans Debate League, presented by Coliseum of Arguments, where ideas don't just clash, they collide. In one corner, sharp as a blade and twice as deadly on the mic, the verbal assassin, Leandre Slim Reaper McBride, a master of logic, a hunter of weak arguments, and he's coming to carve this case wide open. And in the opposing corner, crowned in confidence, swinging with conviction, the fearless fire starter himself, King Naga. He doesn't back down, he doesn't fold, and he's ready to defend his stance at all costs. The question shaking the arena, was the killing of Alex Brady justified? Morality versus law, emotion versus evidence, justice or just revenge? No scripts, no safety nets, just unfiltered debate warfare. This isn't a conversation, it's a showdown. Coliseum of Arguments, where only the strongest arguments survive. Are you not entertained? Ladies and gentlemen, thinkers, skeptics, scholars, and smoke seekers, welcome to the only arena where philosophy gets power slammed and worldviews get a steel cage. This is the Coliseum of Arguments, where there are no safe takes, no soft landings, and no participation trophies. Just pressure, precision, and intellectual combat. Tonight, a question echoes through the arena. Who will step up and debate Humble Mystik? You've heard the name, the calm voice, the measured tone, the man who steps into chaos with a monk's composure and a mystic's conviction. Humble Mystik. He doesn't shout, he doesn't flinch, he absorbs the energy and then flips the script. But this isn't meditation hour. This is the Coliseum. And somewhere out there, there's a challenger, a thinker bold enough to test his metaphysics, a skeptic sharp enough to question his premises, a warrior brave enough to stand across the intellectual ring and say, let's lock it in. Will it be a hardened atheist, a theological titan, a scientific sniper perhaps? I know a few. Or a street philosopher with something to prove. Whoever it is, they better bring definitions, they better bring evidence, and they better bring stamina. Because once the topic is signed, once the date is sealed, there's no ducking, no dodging, no disappearing. Just spotlight microphones in the unforgiving war of the Coliseum. Everybody, give a warm welcome to none other than Humble Mystik. And he's taking shots right now and calling out all debaters. Come one, come all. How you feeling, brother?
Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is. Hey, listen, I want to let y'all know today, I'm not hosting. So it's humble mystic in his rawest form, and brother Capone, you know what was talked about in those back chats. So when the stream, y'all, the link get up here. Let's get it in, brother. Let's get it in, brother. Let's show the people what we do. That's enough said. We gonna give y'all a great show. This your brother Humble Mystic. You already know. Titan Debate League. Brother, A1, do the Haru thing.
Oh, I got you.
What do we call that? Call it actual.
Let's go. Titans Debate
Let's
League.
go.
That's the over here Spartan war cry in the sound effects. So when you hosting, you see it. Yeah, it's going, man. It's going. What we talking about,
So
man?
yeah, we can open up. You could
Oh
drop the
yeah,
link.
I ain't dropped no link.
Man, my brother Capone gonna get up here. Like I put in the comments on the other show, he already know my stance. The God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob is the same in the Bible and the Quran. The God in the Bible is the same as the God in the Quran. Allah and the God of the Bible are the exact same deity. He's gonna come up here and say no, they not. We gonna clash heads. We gonna give y'all a show. Don't get scared now, Capone. Don't get scared now.
Somebody tag Capone, man. Send him the link. Let him know he has been called to the Coliseum. Yeah, he said he was waiting for this, man. It's time he introduces himself to the
What's up,
Coliseum.
brother Az? What's up, brother? Oh, that's my founder right there. Soul Tribe founder right there, brother Az. What up, bro?
Peace,
Hey,
brother.
that's
Peace.
my big bro right there. That's my big bro right there. We got Bobby loaded in here. We got Bobby loaded in here. Hey, man, my brother Az was there since day one, man. I'm here now, brother Az. You already know. Still here. Soul Tribe in the building.
Give
Still.
us give us y'all history, man. Give us y'all history.
So, brother Az, it's so interesting because I used to go on his panel all the time on Bigo, right?
Hey.
And this brother is knowledge, man. Y'all think I'm knowledgeable. This brother,
Hit that link,
man,
ass.
this brother knowledgeable, bro, and he knowledgeable in all facets. You hear me? Not just one facet. He knowledgeable in all facets. And so I would come over, sit with him, and a bunch of people would come sit with him. We have conversations and whatnot. And after a while, we like, yo, brother Az, man, we need a family. He like, man, I don't really deal with the family. Nah, bro, Az, we need a family. We up here helping people, and we be helping people. Like that's some things that so on Bigo, you got people that talk about growing community and things of that nature. One thing I could say about my brother Az right here, my mama Queen, my auntie Bless Jules, we really build community. I mean, when I say we really build community, we really help people. You need something in real life. That's why my brother A1 listen. This is why I appreciate my brother A1. Right, because this is where I come from. This is the stock I come from. I told you, brother A1. What I tell you about my mama Queen? How I gotta move? Told you, bro. Always got eyes on me, bro. Always. This is another brother that he had his hands.
Shout out to the
He's the
Soul
one.
Tribe.
He's the reason for this humble mystic character right here.
I swear. Shout out to the Soul Tribe, brother. Shout out, brother Az. We've been paying a lot of homage today, man. That's what we do over here, man.
Oh yeah.
Pull up, honey.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me go find my man's. I know he around somewhere. Let me go see where he at.
Most definitely, man. I want to see who you gonna get it in with. We had somebody lined up for you. They haven't responded. Maybe they just busy this week. They might have to catch you on the next go round if somebody step up. Who will be brave enough to step into the Coliseum?
He better come on in here. He better not be. See, this be the thing. And then I pop up across the street. They pop up across the street. And they be wanting to get it in.
Hey.
We got Sister Honey in the building. What up, Sister Honey?
Hey, I was watching them go back and forth in the last live. I was like, oh, I want to see who is this guy?
Yeah, that's my good brother Capone right there. Um, and man, listen, we done battled many times on many different topics. One thing I say about my brother Capone is he's a true biblical believer. Like he's a true biblical Hebrew Israelite. He don't sway. He don't go and say 30% of the Bible is true and 80 of it's false, and he don't go none of that. This is my book, and I'm standing with it. I'm telling you, man. Look, he go down with his book, man.
Let me not be rude. Let me not be rude, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, tighten up your timelines, brace yourselves, because stepping into the arena is a voice that doesn't whisper, it commands. Sweet in name, sharp in delivery, strategic in execution. Introducing Honey Clark, Queen Barbarian, to the panel. Everybody give her a round of applause. How you feeling
I
today,
was like, who
sis?
he talking about? I'm good. I've been waiting on this though. Out because humble man, I've been watching you, and I'm like, I don't know how somebody gonna debate you. I've been trying to catch you on something. I've been agreeing. I'm like, I don't know. You're a
Yeah,
tough debater. I haven't seen you debate before. I don't know if you did, but I haven't seen
I
it.
have
But
some debates on YouTube. I got what
we can
about
pull
eight.
one up if
Oh
you
yeah.
want.
Hold on 1 second. I got you.
Pull something
I'm
up,
like,
man. But
yeah, you real strong with the knowledge.
you ain't seen no kinks in his armor yet.
I haven't. I haven't. He definitely researched before he speak. Or a lot of people would just start talking. Like that other dude. What's his name? The one who want to be Mr. Thuggard.
L. Ron Thugger, shout out L. Ron Thugger, part of the
Going.
freshman class of the Titans debate league. Y'all sophomores now, right? Y'all about
I
to be
mean, I
sophomores
guess.
coming up
But
after the
shit.
first term.
Let's see how this debate go.
That's good.
I be stressed.
Let me send this link out to a few people who wanted to get on here, and I know they still at, because a couple people said the notifications aren't going out, which really sucks. They say they'll see me live, but they won't get a notification. So if you are watching,
Yeah, I get
tap
notifications
that.
late.
You get them late. Yeah,
Yeah,
tap
every
that
time.
bell. Go to the notifications and then click all if you're watching. Go ahead, honey. My bad. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Well, I understand they do. They come late because I just happened to see you was live already with this one because I was waiting.
Okay. Hey, yeah, we fighting the algorithm that's against us,
Right.
but no
Because I was
algorithm formed against me shall prosper.
I haven't seen nobody really get with it, get with humble like that. Like, but Iman, hey, listen, that last one. Let me tell you something, Emmanuel, that's my boy. But the level of confidence in his voice with the crap he was saying was crazy.
Yeah, that was a wild face off, man.
That was crazy. He was very confident about some crazy stuff. I'm like, what? He said, I'm gonna bring it out. It's gonna be a fish fry. I'm like, is he sure?
Yeah, that was lit, man. I'm glad everybody came out to show some team support for that one. We usually don't do it like that, but that was lit, man.
This is
The claims were wild. I'm excited to see how this debate goes. I want to see what sources they pull, how they put these arguments together.
Wait, what is that?
so this right here is what Beagle looks like. Yeah, this is how we used to do. I told y'all we was doing debates over on Beagle. We ain't new to this. So this is a debate I have with the brother Capone that I want him. Hey, brother Cream in the building, brother Cream in the building. Again, another Soul Tribe member. What it do, brother Cream? I appreciate you for coming through. You already know. I'm doing my thing, brother. I'm doing my thing.
The
So
panel
this is
is
how.
open, brother. If you want to come up here, that link is in the chat.
So this is how we used to get it in debate. Y'all see how many people on that panel? This is what our debates look like. And this is y'all see her come up on a panel here and there. Sister Issa Queen, this is one of her panels. They be jumping. When I say they used to be jumping, they used to be jumping.
So
And
did you
so
guys use slides?
yeah.
Or was it
Now it's
okay.
different because we couldn't I didn't have a laptop then. So what I would have to do is I would have to screenshot and then scoot over. But sometimes the audio go in and out. It was crazy. It was crazy how these men listen. YouTube is such a better platform for doing this type of stuff than Bigo, because Bigo you run into so many issues. But this is a debate between me and the brother Capone. The title is the descendants, right? All the descendants of the Hebrews in the Bible, the African Americans here today. Oh no, I apologize. Who are the Hyksos? Are the Hyksos Israelites or not? That's what this debate is. We got so many debates. So I'm gonna just let y'all check this out real quick, just a little bit of it. Let's get into it.
We've been waiting long enough, so I'm gonna do a quick introductions for everybody here. We have JMO, God Energy, and
on this debate, we have to realize.
Statement from you, Humble, and that will be 5 minutes. Whenever you start talking, I'll give you time if you're going to make a presentation on the screen, I'll give you time to pull it up. But whenever you start talking, I am going to press start, and you will 5 minutes.
That's what I was
5
just
minutes
going
for
to say.
opening statement. You're open.
All right. Can y'all see my screen?
Yes, sir.
All right. Blessing, everybody. I appreciate everybody for coming. I appreciate my opponent for coming. Today, I will be making the claim that the Hyksos from antiquity are not the Jews or the Israelites from the biblical narrative. I will base my claim off of archaeological and historical evidence, as well as religious differences that support this dissertation. The Hyksos were rulers in Egypt, not slaves. That's something that during this debate we have to realize, right? The narrative of these two groups wasn't even the same in history, right? Also, during this debate, for my opponent to have any win in this debate, any inclination, hold on, let me stop sharing my screen. All right. For my opponent to have any dog in this fight, he will have to show without shadow of a doubt the archaeology evidence and the historical evidence that these two groups were the same. And because of the lack of evidence, only the stuff that we can gather, I know that's going to be a hard deal and spill for my opponent to do to prove that these two entities are the same. So during this debate, I want us to remember a couple of things, right? Not only are these two narratives, one being the slaves and one being a king or a ruler, I also want us to keep in mind that these two regions that these two people are from are not the same. My opponent will have to show us that these two groups of people come from the exact same region. You know what I'm saying? And so that's my opening. I land my plane with that, y'all.
That was a fire opening.
All right, you have 2 minutes, 45 seconds.
Yeah, that was a nice framework.
Capone, if you are ready, you got 5 minutes for your opening statement.
All right. First and foremost, all praise to the Most High, Higher, Vayishim Shaya, Hamashiach, Wakadash. Shalom, everybody. Today, I will be proving are the Hyksos of antiquity, the biblical Israelites of the Bible, right? Today I'll be proving this, showing linguistics evidence, archaeological evidence, and also scholarly evidence. So I have assertions from scholars from their works that they put in studying our African culture and what was going on in the second intermediate period of the Hyksos rule. Also, I will be tying all those things together with the Bible because in order to go through these things, you need what we have to have. We have limited sources of the time, so we have to use accounts and also artifacts. So, and that's what I'll be proving. I will be linking those together with the amount of stuff that we have, because it's a problem with the history. That's one thing everybody needs to know. There's a problem with the history. It's things that's being overwritten and overlooked, and people don't know where to look to in the right places to get these things to connect the dots to your history. And this is why you're blinded. This is why we can't relate to some of the things that's actually mentioned in the Bible because we overlook the obvious things or the more hidden things within the history. The Bible is the missing piece to the history. A lot of these sites that's been excavated, people read the Bible and then they went to go excavate these sites. So understand the Bible plays a major part in history and antiquity. And I'll end with that.
All right, 3 minutes left. Okay.
All right. All right, we're about to go into round one.
5 minutes.
Right, and y'all argue for that 7. I just
Wait, hold on.
Girl, what you said?
Is that the first round? That's what he was saying. That's
No,
what
that
was
the
You want to pause it there real quick?
statement.
Con.
We're going to the first.
That was a fire opening intro from both of you. That was GD and Capone.
Yeah.
That was
He should have
first
kept
time.
going.
Yeah, he still had time on the clock. He was cooking. I don't. Who won this debate?
I wanted to. hold up. Oh, of course I won this
I
debate.
won.
Okay. This intro was fire.
Yeah, both of them was with. Hey, listen, because the way he said, I mean, when Humble said it, I'm like, okay, yeah, this was a nice framework. He put it together. Okay, cool. We know what we're looking for. But then when he came, that one claim about the fact that people do excavate those sites based on Bible's descriptions, I was like, he should have kept going on that part. Because that is true. It's true. Even though, I don't think that the Hyksos are. I don't agree, but the way he was going with that was, that sounded like it was a good debate.
Oh yeah, y'all want to get back into it?
Yeah, play a little bit more. Let's see. Let's go
Round
through round one
right now, right?
and then we're gonna have to
we're
gonna actually have to do a full review on this. Actually, let's save it and do a full review on this. Let's just
Let's
give
get
it.
it. Yeah, let's do that. And
then we can just make that its own show.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that'll be fire.
Yeah, that's gonna be fire.
That,
we might can get one of the judges too. Oh yeah, that's perfect. We're gonna do it with one of the judges from the tournament and let him just go over some of your old stuff and point out stuff from both sides that he knows.
Yeah, add Roy Chest to it too.
That's gonna be fire.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's like, he likes to do the framework, and so he can like use it as an example of good logic, good. You know what I'm saying?
How they like you up here, Capone. Where you at, bro? Where you at?
Tell him wake up, man. He probably in the kitchen making some food somewhere. What I should be doing.
You know what? Not you making food at 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
It's the fourth meal. Hit that Taco Bell.
Streamer life.
It's the fourth meal.
The streamer life, y'all. Send me some Taco Bell money and hit that cash app.
I look at you guys as like debaters that I like. I kind of watch their debate so I can get like good framework, good. You know what I'm saying? Way to start because this is my second debate. So
yeah,
this is my second real.
That's what debate. You're supposed to do, sis. That's how you improve, right? Number one, you go over your own material, right? and number two, you pick up what you can from other people that you think are good. You see what I'm saying? That you think are credible. Okay, I see this person do this a lot. Let me take a little bit of that. Always incorporate tools into your arsenal.
Ooh, because I know my slides, y'all gonna see them, but I upgraded my slides because one of my teammates, like his slides, they be looking like movies in his debate, and it keep your attention. So I'm like,
Yeah,
okay, I gotta upgrade my slides. Then it's like, okay, how do I upgrade the way I argue?
yeah.
So it's not just boring. I hate that. I hate when people just sit there and read.
My slides are more so for me not to lose my train of thought.
Uh huh.
Um, because if it was up to me, right, I would sit and I would just go in. Oh, do you see how I be getting on panels? Just like, well, I'll do on the spot everything. But my slides is because I know I have to be professional, and so I won't lose my train of thought. Those who up, with those two things, other than that, I'd be good.
Honey, you already got a debate. You want to have an unofficial face off, honey? You want to ask him some questions while you got him up here?
No, I don't even know. I
Oh
don't know
yeah,
nothing to ask him nothing on because I kind of usually agree a lot of just like the topic he just said. I agree with that topic. I agree with his stance on it.
Mm.
I don't know what he uses for it.
Yeah, y'all might have to go to politics if y'all debate it too, like you had to do with being eaten. He was agreeing
now
on everything.
a one.
Mhm.
Now brother. I do not do politics, bro.
Exactly. That's why she would find something to
Anything else?
disagree with you on, because that's not, she
I
would
do not
definitely
do no
find
because
something.
I don't even care. I mean, I would debate. Don't get me wrong. I would debate politics. You see what I'm saying? I would never. I would never have a unless it's quote unquote, if I can use this term, racial, right? I would never get into politics. Like I would,
Mm.
unless it's about our liberation or our reparations or how we need to improve our community or something like that. I ain't getting into
Mm.
politics.
Yeah, I feel you on that. There's some
Oh
topics
yeah.
though that I know you would be interested in. I
You
already know, like
said
you say,
our community.
reparations,
Yeah.
the community.
Are
That's a
you an
lot of.
atheist?
No, ma'am. I
Theist?
would say
The-
I'm spiritual. I really don't even like using that word anymore because it has such a negative connotation. But man, I'm a divine being having a human experience.
Okay, I agree. Your doctor is hilarious.
He said he'll debate you.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. We was talking about that too. I was like, no, I debate and see, I'm a, just like you said, Sister Honey. I'm an all around debater as well. See, I'm a type of debater. I will literally debate anything, and I am well versed in many categories to be able to debate anything. I love sports, football, basketball, hockey, soccer. Right, I got some favorite football players that and favorite basketball players that I will debate. Who is the greatest shooters of all time, the greatest linebackers of all time?
Oh
Um,
my god.
I'm into anime, so me and my brother that's here, we get into anime debates all the time. I'm well versed in the realm of debates. I pretty much debate anything.
Anime debates is wild.
Yes.
So, are you an atheist, a theist? What did you say? Oh, you said you're a
Spiritual, so
spirit
that's
have.
from more
Yeah.
probably a
Yeah,
theist. Do
So
you
a lot
think
of
that
people be. Go ahead,
you
sister.
can do you think that anything like what's it called interferes with our life?
We do.
Like any kind of spiritual stuff?
See, that's why I don't like the word spirituality a lot of times, bro. Because from a realistic perspective, no.
He said realistic.
Because here's the thing, people make this. Hold on, I gotta cam up.
He
Here's
too
the
safe.
thing.
He threw
No,
them all the way
that
under
was
the
safe.
bus.
That
Yeah.
was safe
People,
right there.
because here's the thing, people make this stuff spooky, man, and people get to talking about angels and seeing visions, and it's like, bro, there's a logical, realistic explanation for all of the non-tangible experiences that we have. These
I
are
agree.
not just some signals from God or just destiny. And no, like we literally are divine beings. We come with intuition, we come with intellect, we come with foresight, we come with these things. It's nobody's fault if you don't learn how to use them. So then when something happened that you don't understand, oh, it has to be from God or something mystical. No, man, you just lock in. This thing around you, everything around you is alive. And when you tap into the life that's around you and you vibrate in harmonic with everything in around you, you get to experience which what people would call divine things, but they will be natural to you, right? When we see a plant growing, right? In essence, that's divine. But because it's so common to us, that's something natural. That's something the plant's supposed to do. But then when we come across a person with, as people say, a, a uncapped level of wisdom, right, or insight, we say, oh, well, that's divine, and they've been touched by. No, 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 that's the voice of God speaking through them. No, they're just tuned in with that intellect part of them. There's nothing spooky going on there. And so we have to demystify a lot of this stuff.
Well, I don't know. That's kind of it's kind of like you took it and it's like you're like, well, I'm a divine being and I can do a whole lot of divine stuff, so it's normal.
Yeah.
Well, for some people, what if it's not normal to them? Like, what if it
So,
is
like right
like
now, sis, let me give you
something
an
spooky
example.
or crazy?
Like right now, right? There's an energy that's embedded in what's going on this panel right now, right? We all feel that. That's not that ain't something that's divine and ooh, what's making us feel that? Why we feel so harmonic and calm and cool around one another? We vibing. That ain't nothing. That's natural, sis. That's what happened when people vibing out and they cool and they're naturally connected to one another. That's what happened when harmony comes into play. So if this is natural, why is it that when someone gets an inclination about something 30 minutes before it happened, or if someone speaks something into existence, that's not natural? No, all of this is
No,
natural.
but okay, but I don't know, because I guess it becomes spooky because everybody can't do it,
But everybody can
right?
do it, they're just
So,
not taught how to do it.
are you sure? See, I differ in that opinion. I
Positive.
think that some people are NPCs.
Everybody can do. So when I'm read so I study people like Earl Nightingale, Bob Proctor, and I mean study these people, like watch them religiously every day, because I wanted to know, man, I'm 18, 19 years old, I want to be successful, right? I'm around a bunch of unsuccessful people, and I don't even know what success means. All I know is I want to be successful. I don't want to be in this condition no more. And so I started to study successful people: Bob Proctor, Earl Nightingale, Eric Thomas. And the one thing they all had in common, they were saying, was your thoughts create reality. And I'm like, at first I'm like, okay, we're gonna work. But then as you get into it, and they wasn't saying, no, with some special people out here who got this special. No, they said anybody who really put in the work to themselves, called self-work, and you focus on the faculties that you have control of, you can come from here to here. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna put this work in. And it happened. I saw results. I started getting more intelligent. I started focusing more. I started placing my priorities in the right direction. And I'm like, oh, this work. Then I started studying more Zig Ziglar. I just started getting deeper and deeper and deeper in the information and start applying it. See, that's the thing. A lot of people say they read a lot of books, but they don't apply the things they read. When you come across information that you can apply, then when people come and tell you, "Oh, that don't work," how you going to tell me this don't work? And I've been practicing this for 6 years, and I know this works because everything I've been doing lead me here. See, it's a difference between experience and believing and talking. See, people talk about a lot of stuff, right? I don't want to say no names, but some people say, "Oh, well, I can read the star chart and I can do this, and then I see angels." You talk that stuff, but then when you start to apply applicable principles to your life, right, and you start to see them benefit for you, life itself has a function, and we as human beings have the choice to either function with life or function against life. The choice is yours. But when you function against life, life is going to be very hard. That's a fact. When you function with life, life gets easier. That's a fact. Now that we know we got these two choices, what are we going to do? That's all it boils down to. You see what I'm saying? And so people make this more complicated than it has to be. Oh, we gotta follow these commandments. We gotta get on this dietary law. We gotta follow this. I gotta create my own thing, my own philosophy. You ain't gotta do none of that. All you gotta know is what benefits you and what don't benefit you. And do the things that benefit you, and you'll have a great life. Simple as that.
Well, I mean, I agree with that.
Now, the road isn't easy. The road is not easy at all. You see what I'm saying? Because you got to go through temptation. You got to go through backsliding. You got to go through lying with yourself. You got to go through all of the dark parts of you that you try to hide away from the world and even yourself. But you got to face that, and you got to realize that that's a part of me. And you got to make that part of you an ally and realize, all right, if we're going to function in the same space, how are we going to function together to get the maximum capacity that we need? And then once you become harmonic within yourself, everything else, but becoming harmonic within oneself, because as children, we wasn't taught this. This is why I teach my daughter the things that I learned late in life. My daughter, 10 years old. But I teach her how to sit down, do the breathing exercises, right? Why is it important? Why is it always important to think before you act, right? Always be observant no matter what. I teach her these things now because there was nobody there to teach me these things when I was younger. There was nobody there to teach me, listen, when you're confused and you're in a disruptive space, go calm yourself down, get to yourself, breathe, and structure your mind, and everything will become clear. There was nobody there to teach me that, but I could teach her that, and that helped her in so many ways. And so that's why practical application is the best education for our people. We don't need things that we can hypotheticalize about and theorize about and what ifs. We need things that we can do right now that can help our people better their lives. That's what we need. And I land my plane with that, y'all. I land my plane with that. Hold on.
It's the landing of his plane. Everybody doing anything? Well, I do agree that we should have our kids learn the stuff that we learn later. It's like my grandson is 2. He knows how to meditate.
Mm-hmm.
He knows how to calm himself. He starts crying. He'll start counting and breathing, and you know,
And you know what you just did
You
right there,
know,
sister? Did you teach him those things?
yeah.
You know what you
But
just did right
I
there?
didn't know he would actually catch on to it and do it the way he does it. He does it a lot.
Now watch this. You know what you just did right there? You saved 1,000 other lives. You see what I'm saying? Just by you teaching him that at a young age, you saved 1,000 other lives in the future. See the shift of people's the influence, right, that we have like over our young ones. Like even my nieces and my nephews, they come to me, and to this day, they 18, 19 years old. They still come to me and say, Uncle man, we still remember what you taught us when we was younger, things of that nature. When you teach your children right and your youngins right, that keep them away from guns, that keep them away from the drug game, that keep them away from negative, influential people, right? People who always just want to keep drama going in their life, right? Because they'll always find a center of peace within themselves, and they'll always realize that I don't need nobody to complete me because I got me. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's
Like
why that's so
nobody's in
important.
control of you but you.
Yep, yep,
Yeah, I teach my son that when he was younger too.
yeah.
You
Think
got the
about that.
power,
That's
and when you lose control, you
yeah.
give other people power over you. You already have the power you're looking for.
Exactly.
Um,
I was just about to say that. Think about that. A lot of these brothers and sisters out here who's in the predicaments they in on the negative end side of things is literally because they lost control at that moment. They wasn't consciously aware of their actions and responsible of their actions. I always teach my children and my nieces and nephews and my family for that matter, right? Don't let nobody make you angry. A person that make you angry control your mind. You don't want nobody to have control over you. So nobody should have that much influence on you that whenever they enter a room and you in a room, they should change your whole state of mood.
yeah, it's a philosopher said that like you need to realize that when you're angry, it is your own thoughts that have angered you.
Marcus
Right? You know
Aurelius.
what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like you have to know that, but then it's also a test for us because it's like growing up. Mama yelling at you. You just gotta you gotta be
Yeah,
quiet. You gotta listen. You don't have a voice. You don't really have, all of that.
yeah.
So it's different too when you're raising somebody to be different than how you were raised. Like you have to have that peace within you too. Because
Mhm.
let me tell you, that my 2 year old my 2 year old grandson in the middle of me scolding him one time, he started meditating. Okay, in the middle, I'm in the middle of him telling, didn't I tell you don't do that? He said, one, two, in the middle of me, and I'm like, and I gotta kind of let him do because I've taught him this. I've taught him
Mhm.
to,
Mhm.
so I can't think that no, you can't do that right now. You got to listen to me. No, he's centering himself right now
Mhm.
because he's feeling it. He's getting in trouble and he's trying to calm himself so he doesn't, you know what I'm saying, have these kind of reactions. So
Mhm.
and me too, I have to like, okay, scale back and kind of let him do that because I'm trying to teach him that. So I
Exactly.
can't negate it in that time because now I'm upset. I have to do the same things I'm telling him to do,
Yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah. In energy mirror energy, and it's like once you become the mirror for your child to follow, they pick it up right away, right? People fail to realize children do what they see, not what they told.
yeah,
So if I see you handle situations like this, I'm gonna handle situations like this, you know. And it's one thing I found out, early when becoming a parent is we really want to be careful when we don't want to raise our children like us. You see what I'm saying? Because in those instances, you don't be knowing what to do. You be like, well, shoot, when I was younger, man, I got
right. I would,
wrapped all up. I don't know what to do. This is
right. I'd have been doctor to next week.
Mhm.
And so it's like, oh, it's different, but it's a learning thing. You learn from them, they learn from you at the same time.
My man Capone, how come nobody right now? Like I'm looking and nobody is on. Usually I can go right now. Usually I can go right over here on Fire Panel and I can be like, "What y'all doing?"
Right, because that's what I was waiting on him to come. I wanted to see y'all do it back and
Yeah,
forth because
I'm
he
like,
was
yo, where you
confident in
at,
the
Capone? Where
comments.
you at, Capone?
And I haven't seen it's a lot of new faces. I like new faces.
Yeah, most definitely. I was just telling the brother A1, man. Listen, I got a lot of people that we do this, and so um and some very intellectual people, talented people as well. You know what I'm saying? And so it's just about bringing the information to the people. Um, for me, I try to find new, different, interesting ways to bring information to the people. So I like doing seminars, doing presentations, debates, all of those things I find are bringing some type of information to the people, you know. And so, and I don't know, I like, it's a sport for me. Like, I get hyped for debate. I get in that feeling for debate, just like I'm getting ready for mentally for a basketball game or football game. Like I get in that mood and I'm like, all right, I'm here with it. What's the fact?
Yeah, it's a sport, all right. When you in there,
Now,
you
one
in
thing
there.
I will say is I don't get personal in this stuff. Y'all might see me throw shots here and there. I'll never come for nobody's family. I never call nobody up their name. I never attack nobody's character. You see what I'm saying? Only on the informational tip. You know what I mean? Only on the informational tip.
Yeah, that's the fun part. You
Yeah.
can go back and forth. I wanted to do I gotta find a way to do this. Oh yeah, it's on Taz's channel, but it was like this. They did a debate, right? And the debate wasn't too spectacular as a regular debate, but it was the question and answer round. One question and answer round that was so fire because it was like, the person who asked the question say something, then they answer it, then they rebut it, and then they rebutted him with like, well, that's a fallacy because of this, and then they rebutted him with, and it was just like the information battle right there was so tough. I was like, oh man, like it was like a perfect question and answer round. Like that's what I be wanting to see. Like, 'cause that's the best debates. And two people know they shit and they going back and forth. And it's like strictly the information. You just getting more info piled on top of one another. Why is it cold? Hey, why is it about to snow? Like, this is why people stay sick. Hello out there. So that we don't have any dead air. How are you doing? I hope everybody tries to debate me after this weekend. Since we have quiet air right now.
I'm muted and I'm talking. I'm like, honey, you talking about it's cold. I'm trying to get organized. And then everybody's trying to debate me, and I'm sitting here talking like you still haven't told me.
What I
Um,
debate?
yeah, you never told me like I don't know. What? So okay, are you more scientific?
Yes. I stand on science.
Okay, okay,
Not all
so,
science, but most of it.
okay. What about history?
Yeah, I like history. Not pseudo history.
Not pseudo history.
No, no, no. The
Not pseudo.
Rambo's, they got the pseudo history.
Yeah.
Who else? Moors apparently have pseudo history as well.
Um, what I was about to ask you. Um, the term African American or black or melanated, um, how do you sit with those terms?
How do I say it? I think melanated is stupid. You don't need to use that because everybody has melanin. But black and African American, I mean, that's who that's the race of people that's in here. That's in the United States.
Okay.
Most of the
Wait,
United States.
wait, time out, time out, time out. Number
Huh?
one, how is melanated stupid, but
Yeah.
a person coming from two continents is not stupid?
No, it's not stupid because melanated is just it makes no sense because everybody in the world is melanated, right?
But
So what do
everybody's
you
not
by that?
heavily melanated.
Yeah, but I mean, so what? Now there's a degree into which you can be melanated or not.
No, I mean,
That makes us
so the
because it's all on
reason,
the eye. It's all on the
right? So the
your.
reason I started using the word for me personally, I started using the word melanated was because if I want to be described as anything, I want to be described as accurately as possible, right? Me being described as black, total misnomer. I'm not black. If I look at my skin and think that ain't black. African American. I haven't been to Africa yet. I would like to go. But I ain't got no ties to that place. Like, why I just can't be American. So all the labels that's been put on me and my people has not been to our benefit at all.
But they're not for a benefit. They're to recognize who we are together. And like melanated, this is the reason why I have an issue with that. Because people will say, well, the melanated people, right? And
Mhm,
then start talking about history and science, right? So
mhm.
then we get to ancient beings and all of them are quote unquote melanated. So now what? We got
I
melanated
don't.
Neanderthals, we got melanated Homo sapiens, we got melanated Denisovans, we got melanated, everybody's melanated, right? So now what are you using?
That's
Oh well,
true.
I ain't
I
none of
get
them, I ain't
that.
none of that. And so that's the reason why I know because when people start going back and wanting to be together, they use the word melanated and at before 10,000 years ago, that described everybody.
I would agree with that. I would agree with that time. I
So
mean,
it's
we
like
can't help that we was the first people. We can't help that.
like I just don't like that. And then I don't even though yes I'm pan African kind of right, where I do reach out to the whole diaspora. I do support everybody and everything else. I'm not related to everybody,
Mhm.
right? So
That's facts.
all of them ain't my people.
I say that too, though. I do hold into that theory as well. All skin folk and kinfolk,
Yeah,
because just like you said, there's melanated people. Arabs are not my people.
yeah.
You understand what I'm
Indians,
saying?
no, like
They not my
actual
people.
Indians in
Yeah,
India. No,
African
I'm
Indian,
not.
those are not my people at all. Now,
Maybe that.
this is why when we're talking about like practical information, what I use actual Indian information or knowledge or technology or whatever they want to call it, whatever the mainstream people want to call it. I call it a practice. They call it a science or a technique or whatever. But I will use that because that's beneficial to life. But
Right,
I would never walk around here calling myself no Indian. Same thing with Kemet though. That's the thing that people that the Hebrew Israelites get wrong with the people like myself who study the science and the culture of Kemet. I don't call myself a Kamish. Like if I turn my camera off, right? This is my coat of arms. On my left side, that blue side, that's my maternal side, right? That's my mother's side. That's Native American, Blackfoot Native American. That's that tradition. The
mhm,
right side is Kemet. Now, the reason the right side is Kemet because that's my paternal side. I'm sure my father. I've never met my father. For the internet, but I'm sure he's African American. So I draw on from the Afrocentric side of Kemet. Now I do this because these are natural systems. These are systems to where you can go and you can see that these people operated in harmony with nature. Whenever you go study up about the Cometians, they're talking and dealing with Ma'at, which is cosmic balance, reciprocity, truth, harmony, and order. They try to stay away from Isfat, which is chaos. Hold on one second. I think somebody sent something in the comments. I think he asking, can I source some? Can you source that, Kemet? What you want me to source from Kemet? I can source up some things from Kemet. But so these two systems are just showing how when harmony and intellect are incoherent, or when order and intellect are incoherent, they breed harmony and not chaos, and they stand over chaos. This is why Jehudi and Ma'at is standing over Isfat, which is above them. So I mean, so things of that nature. Let me turn my camera back on. But things of that nature. But I wouldn't call myself a Kamisha. But I study the science and the culture because I know it's beneficial to my life. And because I study that culture, I don't need to study anything else. I don't need to study religion because all the Abrahamic religions got their information from them. Are we going to like that? And that's why, like, me and my brother Capone get into it, you know what I'm saying? But I try not to bang on all the biblical believers too much because sometimes at some point it get too easy. You see what I'm saying? Like, we know the book of Proverbs is taken out of the maxims of a mental tap. That's a fact. So if I'm going to read the book of Proverbs in English, I might as well go directly to the source and read that, because we got that. Everybody talk about the King James Version and the regular language, but can we go to the source of where all these stories actually came from? We might as well be reading the Enuma Elish. Hey, what who said that the other day on a panel? He said, man, we might as well all go. He said we might as well go be a waspy. Hey, yo, he is hilarious.
Oh, probably Cosmo.
No. The dude was banging on. He was making fun of. It was probably Swab. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, probably Swab there.
He said, man, y'all saying bop, 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 and all this fake stuff, man. We might as well go over there and be a waspy. It was hilarious. I said, yo, you crazy. But I don't. So when people ask me, like, what's your belief system? I always tell them, I know. I transmute my beliefs into knowings.
I mean, you do though, because a lot of the stuff you were just saying earlier is like, you say it just like you make it sound like a normal proverb, like just something that is just a way of life, something that's easy.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like other people would call it shadow work.
Mm-hmm.
Other people would call it, you know what I'm saying? All of these different things,
exactly.
which are just like, you just do these things and then this could be the outcome, right?
Right.
And when you cloak it as shadow work and it's this, that, and the other, then it does make it seem like it's some mystical stuff about it, when it's like it's actually practical steps that you can take.
I was just dealing with this brother
to better yourself.
I was just dealing with the brother Pitbull about chakras. He was like, yeah, man, chakras is opening up portals and being. I said, bro, chakras ain't got nothing to do with that, bro. He said, well, and then the sister was like, well, can you measure yourself and your life according to the chakras? I said, yeah. You can measure the balance of your life depending on the result of your life. If you wake up for a week, if you track your life for a week and your life is chaotic that whole week, you operating in Isfat. Your chakras are out of whack. If you wake up and you track your life for a week and that whole week you're in harmonic, you're on beat, you fall into the rhythm, you got everything on point, you're operating in my eye. Your chakras are in balance. This is how we met through experience. If you operating in life and everything just seems to go wrong, you ain't doing something right. Now, let me. I got a camera.
Somebody has put a curse on you. I'll just
I,
play.
listen, I'm about to say, let me cam up because in instances, right, life is funny. You would do something and you'll work so hard and so hard, and it's like I can't get there. And the whole time you think you're ready and you won't be ready. And you know you won't be ready because then when you finally do get there, everything falls apart because you wasn't ready. But you thought you was ready. So like life have this way of communicating with us to allow us to self-reflect and say, so are you still just going to walk around here playing these silly games? You still going to walk around here sleep and not recognize what's going on out here in life? You still going to go out here and try to be something other than a piece of life? You look around you and everything in nature, the dude from earlier, I forget his name, where
Was
he
it
was
quantum
talking about,
code?
yeah, space and time and nature. Everything in nature has life. And everything in nature just does what it does. Nobody teaches a horse how to be a horse unless you domesticate it. You see what I'm saying? Nobody teach a flying squirrel how to be a flying squirrel. Nobody teaches one of the most amazing animals to me is an octopus. Because nobody teaches an octopus how to be an octopus. You got to remember, the mother is unalived at birth. Once she give birth, she unalived. And the octopus just go on about their life. You say they ain't got no parents to teach them to, get the milk or how to hunt or how to survive. They do all that on their own. But yet they're
Really?
one of the most intellectual creatures in the sea. They're actually the intellectualist, most intellectual creatures in the sea. Them and whales. But that's just when we sit back and we look, we just see life being life. Nobody had to go down to the bottom. No God had to go to the bottom of the ocean and tell a cuttlefish, I'm gonna give you lights for under here because it's real dark and you're not gonna be able to see, and I'm gonna make you try. No God had to do that. A cuttlefish just evolved that way. There's no light at the bottom of the ocean, so they evolved transparent. That's just how nature is. There's no like, and that's why we gotta take the spookiness out of it. That's why we gotta take, and that's where our brothers that come in with their own philosophies fall short because they don't realize they're being just as spooky as the spooky people that we say we can't follow. Like you say we all over here banging on the Bible, and then you come over here and you say, oh well, come read the Owaspy Bible. I don't even read the King James version of the Bible, and you want me to read the Owaspy Bible? Hey yo, what? Nah, man. I don't need it. And then I don't know. They both wilding
They feel
because
I
this
don't know. To
thing.
me, everybody is.
Go ahead, sister.
Oh, no, I'm saying to me, everybody. Why internet fucked up. To me, everybody is still in the Bible. Like I know that people grow up like that, but they'll say like they don't agree with it or whatever. But even their ideologies or anything they go to after that is still looking like just the offset version of the Bible. So it's like, so actually you do, it's something about it that you claim you didn't like, but
Mm-hmm.
you're basically still in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They don't never actually get out of the Bible. Like when I'm saying I'm out of the Bible, I'm out of the Bible. I
They
follow what
they
agrees
just
with
rather
me.
blackanize it. They rather everybody in there African Americans. Well, they not us. They come from Canaan, and we not Canaanites. Last time I checked, I wasn't a Canaanite.
Right. Yeah. It's just, I don't know. I mean, it's because they've been indoctrinated in it. And I
Mm-hmm.
get that, but it's like, it's hard. I know some people need that, but to me, it's hard for me to do something that I just don't agree with, right? So to
Fact.
sin to me is to sin against my nature,
There
to
you
sin
go.
against what I think is good. You know what I'm saying? But
Mm-hmm.
some people have just been indoctrinated and they need that rubric. They need that there. They need those standards because they don't have it to do it on their own.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, I just respect them in their journey. I can't do it. But they might need that. Because it's
Right.
like if I take that from you, some people if I take that from them, then they
Mm-hmm.
have no base. They have nothing to stand on now. You know
Right.
what I'm
Right.
saying? And that
Yeah.
could be
Yeah.
dangerous. That could be
Mm-hmm.
dangerous for them or anybody else
Oh,
when this
yeah.
was what was building them.
Mm-hmm. Do you? So I went through a period in my life where I was totally against religion and all of my homeboys, and I was like, bro, F religion, man. That's the white man doctrine. They keep trying to indoctrinate, and all of them brothers left religion. And then as I got more in tune with quote unquote spirituality, um, I had to come back and apologize because once I picked up the book again, I actually understood on another level. And I'm like, bro, I said, y'all can read y'all book, bro. I apologize. I ain't mean, man. Listen, man, you can go right here and you can learn where they talking about the third eye. And you can go right here and you could talk about they talking about, um, we create things without voice or sound. And like it got some metaphysical teachings and things of that nature in it. So, but then after a while, it just grew. I just grew. After I found out I could find the same information in the Bible everywhere else, the Bible didn't interest me anymore. Right? There's a book out called The Kabbalion. If anybody, listen, if y'all don't listen, The Kabbalion, if you take anything valuable from this live, go read that book.
Really? Because I started and then I put it down because I was like, oh, what am I reading?
Go read that book. And the reason is, once you read that book, everything like the reason that people read the Bible because they say it's the basic instructions before leaving earth. It gives them a moral code, it gives them a moral framework, it gives them an ideology of how the world works. Once you read something else that comes from a different framework that make more sense, you're gonna be like, what the heck was I reading all this time? Right. The Tao Te Ching is another book by Lao Tzu. Read that book. And the reason is because it gives you a practical way of how life work without all of the spooky mysticism. And you can sit is a relatable way. It's a way you can see and you can go outside and say, yo, that is how life works. And you can start applying it. With the Bible, you gotta decode things, you gotta get other people's interpretation, you gotta do all of that just to get to the information that's in the Kabbalah. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was before God, and the Word was God, and the Word was with God. In the Kabbalion, they have a principle, the principle of vibration. Everything vibrates, nothing rests. Everything. We live in the ocean of motion. Those two things, those two passages are saying the exact same thing.
Yeah.
The only difference is the Kabbalion give it to you in a look, I ain't gonna sugarcoat it for you. Everything is vibration. Everything you think is solid is vibrational. And the only reason that it appears solid in nature is because of the rate of vibration that is going. Simple, makes sense. But when you start talking about in the beginning was the word was God, the word was now you getting into stuff we gotta be like, all right, well, what was the word? Well, the word was Jesus. No, the word couldn't be Jesus because the word was this. No, the word no. That's
Right.
what?
What if the word was just the vibrations?
What the word was just
It was the
vibration.
sound.
Exactly. It's so funny because when you get into Jewish mysticism and you talk about the Aleph, right? Now Jewish mysticism come with it. It's so interesting. These religious people come with it so they so focused on the religious aspect, they don't even dive deep enough into the culture to see the the harmony with the naturalism, right? I'm gonna break it down to y'all. So when you get into Judaism mysticism, right, and you get into the letters and things of that nature, you get into the Aleph. The Aleph is a silent letter. It does not make a sound. However, the Aleph is literally the sound of creation. It's the soundless sound. It's the thing that sound emanates from. Now, I don't know how many producers we got in the building. I don't know how many artists or how many people work with music or love music. But when you really get in tune with music and start learning about music, you understand that music is nothing but a bunch of vibrations.
Yeah.
Colors are vibrations.
Yeah.
So here, the Bible just took us all around 20 laps just to give us a piece of information another book was able to give me in 2 sentences.
See, now I'm about to go start an argument tomorrow. I'll be like, the word was just vibration. They're like, the word was Jesus. Jesus is a vibration. They're
Yo,
gonna
I'm
be
telling you,
screaming at
man.
me. They're gonna be so mad. Here go Honey again.
Here go Honey again. Yo,
Great
Honey is
stuff.
funny, bro. Listen, man. But it's just that again, this is sometimes what make it not fun to beat up on a biblical believers because it's so easy. There's a man by the name of Baruch Spinoza who been beating up on a biblical believers since the 13th, since the 16th century.
You know
And
what?
they excommunicated this man and they drove this man to um unalive himself. Another man is Uriel Descartes. He was saying the same things we saying right now, they were saying back then in the 15th, 16th century. The only difference was when they woke up 3 o'clock in the morning, they had angry mobs outside of their house running them off for the side of cliffs and stuff. All because they was telling the truth. All because Baruch Spinoza said, there's no way a guy sitting on a cloud could have wrote this book. This had to come from people on earth with agendas. No, you can't say that. We say there's no way Adam was a real person or Abraham was a real person. There's no way Moses could write the Bible. They got unalive for saying these things. And so we are just the next generation of them saying the same thing. The only thing is, it ain't as harsh as when they were saying it. But
Right.
people knew the Bible was full of junk for years, eons. It's about the control that comes with the Bible, right? That's what keep them tethered. I always tell people, man, that's the tool that kept our people in chains. We need to leave it alone.
You know what made me start thinking about it? When I started learning about history, right, and I learned about the Punic War.
Mm-hmm.
So I had always given the excuse that because it happened so long ago, like that's why you don't really know, or you can't really see, or it's not really written about, right? But when you hear about the Punic War and you hear about Hannibal, bro, there is like extensive. We know what he did. We knew we knew his war strategies. We know what he did when he was out there. We know about you know what I'm saying, Africanus, the person who came against him. Like we know about all of this
All
stuff.
of that,
And it
yeah.
was in BC. It was like 200 BC or something. So it was like, bro, come on now. That's not an excuse anymore.
Do you know about Genghis Khan?
Yeah.
That man was a psychopath. Oh, before we get into it, sister, before we get into it, we got brother Copper Draco in the panel. What's up, brother Copper
Oh, hey,
Draco?
he
What it
came
do,
up.
brother?
What's going on? How y'all doing?
We doing good, brother. We just chopping it up, having
Hey.
some great conversation.
Yeah, y'all cooking. Y'all cooking. That's why I was like, man, let me try to vibe with them a little bit before my shit die. I don't know why I pulled up, but yeah, I was cooking though. So
Oh yeah, we appreciate you, brother. But I'm gonna finish my statement. I ain't gonna be long winded. I'm gonna let you hop in there, brother Copper.
for sure.
My point on Genghis Khan was that man was a psycho. Do you know he used to build walls with his enemies, right? And then when he used to go start a war, right? He used to do three things. When he used to go start a war, the previous enemies that he had, he would first build a wall, right? Secondly, he would then use other unalive corpses on fire, then look to launch over the wall.
What the hell?
Thirdly, he would use the captives of the people that he just defeated, and he would send them first. So the army that's fighting are unalive in the captives, and then his army will flank them from the side or something like man, that man was crazy. I was like, hey yo, what? Man,
So
That was maximizing its resources.
yeah.
was Genghis Khan a person? I thought he was a people.
Nah, he a person. He a person.
Okay, okay. Yeah,
The Mongolians is his people. He was
Yeah.
Mongolian.
that's a wild boy using the dead as he was on
Wow.
some 300 type shit.
Wow.
Damn. Nah, but I heard you say earlier, and I'm not trying to be combative because you a smart dude. I've been watching. I'm glad what I'm saying, you contribute to this panel or whatnot lately. But you said your mom was Native American?
My grandmother is Blackfoot Native American.
Okay, okay. And you said you think your dad is African American.
I ain't never meet that man. I ain't even gonna lie to you, Brody. So if 99.99.99.99% chance he was African American.
What makes you say that? What makes you say that? I'm
Um
about to say 89, but I'm just wondering.
well, I've met my brothers on his side. I've met one of my brothers on his side. And he was just as dark as I was.
Okay. Now, and the reason why I asked is because it sounded like you can actually prove the Indian side, but you're kind of assuming when it comes to the African side, and that's the side that you run with.
Well, I mean, I'm African American on both sides. My mother's father, it came from here. He wasn't Blackfoot Native American. It's just my grandmother who was Blackfoot Native American. So my mother still have some African American in her. You see what I'm saying? So I could trace African American back on that side from her too. It's just for me, I understand that the maternal paternal thing, that's just how I wanted to rock with it. You see what I'm saying? Something I came up with.
Yeah. I ain't mad at that. You said you was able to trace it, like you're able to trace it to a actual landmass in Africa, like a tribe or anything,
Who are you talking about? My mother or what?
or any of them, like anybody in your ancestry.
No, I'm not able to trace anybody back to a specific location to Africa. With my grandmother, I know she's Blackfoot Native American because she used to always my mother has 10 children. And so I'm the youngest out of 10. And so I used to sit up under my grandmother all the time. She used to tell me, all the stories about, so she was raised with her grandparents, right? In their tradition, they have a tradition where when you have so many children, the grandparents come, take one, raise them, you know what I'm saying? They choose whatever they like. They came, chose my grandmother. So my grandmother is the one that was actually raised around the tradition. This is how she knew who she was because she was raised with her grandmother and her grandfather and her uncles and her aunts and people like that. You see what I'm saying? And so when she was raised around them, she was telling me how they used to grow corn, they used to grow their own food, they used to have their own farms, they used to, you see what I'm saying, run their own corner stores, they had their own little community. And like she would tell me these things. And so I would go back, do my own research, found out about Franklintown, Virginia, how that whole community was set up and things of that nature. And that's how I found out about my grandmother's side of the family, is because I had interaction with my grandmother. Now, my grandmother is one of 8 children. And so they all tell, and they're close, like close knit, like live around the corner from each other type of close knit. So oftentimes we're either we was at my grandmother's house, we was at one of my aunt's house, one of my uncle's house, and they're sitting here talking about stories from when they were younger. You see what I'm saying? From when they were 16, 17, 15, 14, 12. You see what I'm saying? So I also got that experience of what that was like during their times. And I would sit there and ask the questions and things of that nature. And so that's how I got that information from my maternal side. Like I said, I ain't never really, I bumped into my brother one time from my paternal side. I ain't even have too much to say to him because I don't know him. I said, what's up? What's up? We hung out one day, and I did that through my brother on my mother's side. So it was like,
that's dope, though. That's dope. But I mean, that's what I'm saying, though. It sounds like you got a lot of information when it comes to, those traditions or whatnot. But you lean more towards, the African side. I ain't mad at that because I'm still trying to figure out some shit with my damn self. I just did my ancestry a couple years ago and kind of tripped me out. I'm like, what the hell going on here? Like,
now I lean more towards the African side a little more because it's easier to comprehend. I'm not even gonna lie about that.
okay.
When you get into the Native American, definitely black. You listen, a lot of people run around here and talk about they American Indian and they Native American. No. If I get into a lot of the stuff, like my grandma was telling me about the Kukatan and all of that, that's a lot of information to digest because it's dealing with language, right? That I gotta like try to pronounce, bro. They got words that when you read it, it don't even sound like you supposed to be pronouncing them. You see what I'm saying? So that come from that got a lot of. I would have to talk about the buffalo, how they didn't exterminate. They didn't hunt the buffalo for extermination. They only hunted it for use. They actually used the buffalo. Like the buffalo was one of their like very important to them in their culture because they followed the buffalo. The buffalo was their guide around the plains. These people were semi-nomadic, which means they only went in a certain region. And that's after they settled. This is why there's people that say I'm American Indian and we was always here. We couldn't have been always here because at one point in time we were nomadic people. And I'm talking about these are one group of people who broke into a nation of 4 different group of people out of a million or 1,500 other groups of people. You see what I'm saying? So this particular group of people, before they landed here, right, they were nomadic people, and they were Asiatic nomadic people. They didn't settle here. The story goes, the myth goes, they didn't settle here into Tulankin. Tulankin found the divine bison, which they call the buffalo. And the buffalo gave Tulankin the first trade route for them to settle here, for them to go. And that's been their trade route for ever since they settled here. You see what I'm saying? So that's the story, but we know they came from somewhere else than settled here. So for all the American people or the American Indian people that say we came from here, when you check those on the populations on the reservations, they have Asiatic DNA.
Okay. Let's see. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, my nigga. You sound more Indian than you said they got a language going on. Like, yeah, you
Yeah,
got
we
the
got a
whole.
language going on.
Let me
Hold on,
find
let
out.
me
Find
if I
out,
can
man.
share my screen real quick. I'm gonna show you a little bit about a little bit. Hold on, I'm gonna share my screen real quick. Hold on, before I share my screen, let me pull this up. Hey, brother A1, are you there? Where my stuff at? Hold on 1 second. I need. Oh, here it is. Hold on, I got it. Bang. All right, I'm gonna show you something real quick, right?
Sure.
Let me get here. Yeah. All right, bang. Let me go back here, right? Now, A1, you kind of like, why he calling me? I was calling because I wanted to show him one of these. This right here is tough for any scholar, for any debater, for any person who dealing information. Get y'all a notebook LM. Can y'all see this by the way?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's small. Yep.
All right, hold on, let me see what it look like here. All right, bam. Okay, bye. Get y'all one of these. This is called a notebook LM. My brother Reparations put me on this, right? This is actually one of his hidden gems. So I don't know if he gonna like you showed everybody, but get one of these because this is one of the ways, no matter what you research, you can always store this. Now, the reason I came here is because as y'all see, the history and resilience of the Blackfoot Confederacy, right? Once he gave me this, I was like, bro, I immediately have to start doing stuff like this on this. And I think this is mine. Hold on, I gotta go to my wife's because I think I got one more in detail on my wife. Let me see. Yeah. Look all these notebooks I got. I'll be putting in work. I got energy, mind, consciousness, the ancient Egyptian language and the ancient Egyptian script. Right. This is why I'm so comfortable saying Yahweh and Allah are the same deity because I do work on this, man. I study this, and these are the sources. I study this. This is why I'm so comfortable saying the things that I be saying. But let me get down here and see the heritage, the sovereignty. Is this what it is? Here it is right here. Okay, do I have anything over here? Oh nope, I don't even have nothing over there. I thought I had something I could show you. I thought I had a video I could show real quick. But this is what I be doing on my spare time when I be like doing my little research and stuff. Is I be putting all my information into my notebooks, and I organize all of my information. So whenever I need to go back to a piece of information, I can always go to my notebook, pull out that information, get real quick information, the quick reads, quick books, quick PDFs, whatever I need, and I'm prepared.
Dope. Yeah, a lot of this stuff be it be intriguing to me because I tell the same story everywhere I go. I'm from Long Beach, California. When I first heard they had a reparations team of I think it's like 9 people or something like that. I don't know, but they were saying in order to get this money, you have to prove lineage. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I thought I was African the whole time. And when I went, I was like, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna go pull up my ancestry and get my proof real quick, just in case this shit do crack. And I couldn't find it. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't find that. I couldn't find no slaves. I couldn't, you know what I'm saying? I seen a little bit of Cherokee. I was able to go back all the way to 1450, but that was only because a family member made his own website. Like, as soon as I got to a certain name, I was able to branch off and go to a whole nother website and find a coat of arms way in Scotland and shit like that, like in 1450.
Mm-hmm.
And then on one of the lines I actually messed up, so I kind of fell back for one of the lines I messed up. You could easily mess up your tree if you ain't
Yeah.
if you ain't moving right. And I ended up doing that on one of the lines, and there's so many lines that go out because after you everything doubles. 2 parents, 4 grandparents, 8. You know what I'm saying? And by the time you get to 14, You got by the time you get to your 14th great grandparent, you have over 16,000. It's over 16,000. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
Yeah,
it's a lot going on with that, man. So
that's a fact.
so
And
for the most part, I've been neutral for the most part, and just still trying to be a master student and absorb the game, and
I don't deal with DNA so hardly for two reasons. Number one, on a global level, everybody come from Africa. And number two, um, it no matter what my DNA states, how much other DNA, you got DNA from here, you got DNA from there, you got DNA from there, that makes up a very small percentage of what I accumulated, not who I am. Right? People spend so much time on trying to reclaim an identity that they'll never find instead of starting their lineage. You see what I'm saying? See, when you start from where you are and you say, okay, well, listen, I can only go back this far. From this far, I don't know. And I am here now. Everything for the future, I can build the way I want it. So if I want to be remembered in history as this type of person and this type of people, and I was doing this, and this is how I had my family rock, and people can go back from 100 years from now and come back in history and say, okay, we got, Brother Copper Draco, him and his family was up in, Southern Beverly Hills doing this, doing that, moving trademark that because y'all got it. You see what I'm saying? So that's just how I rock, you know what I'm saying? So for me personally, I try to set my children up now. You see what I'm saying? I can't wait to see what they going to do 21 years from now. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
One thing I do know though, right? They gonna have one of these coat of arms on now.
Yeah. Arms is oh, that's crazy. I was just about to type in smoke signals chat like, man, OTK, when you done, pull up, man. It's a good conversation going on.
We got brother OTK in the building. What up, brother OTK?
What's up, brother Humble, man? Peace and love to you, man. Hope all is well. A1 Copper Draco. You already know. Sister Honey, how you doing, man? Hey, listen, I'm
What's
from a
up?
bee state, so I know bees really make honey. So I'm down with that. You feel me? What's
Hey
going on?
man,
How
I,
y'all
I,
tonight, man?
I just
How
found out
y'all,
humble,
man?
humble, a big old Indian man.
Yeah, he is. Hey, listen, I know
Oh
that.
yeah.
I can tell
Oh
by the
yeah.
way he talk. I already know. I
Hey
already
man,
know.
he was cooking though. He was cooking though. But okay, I want to ask you a question though. Like, you said no matter what the situation is, everybody came from Africa. Would you say that niggas is indigenous to the planet, or you feel like everybody just spawned out of Africa?
You say that again. I'm sorry.
Do you feel like niggas like or black people? Do you feel like allegedly black people that we're indigenous to the planet, or that we just all spun out of Africa?
Um. So because of the migration patterns that we see, it's um it's how we see the migration patterns and how we see that life started around the equator. You see what I'm saying? And so we can see that the first migration out of Africa happened 700,000 years ago. Those people went up north. You see what I'm saying? So if we follow the science and the history and the anthropology, then we can see that um Homo sapiens came out of Africa before the rest of the world was ever populated with human beings.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
So, because this is what bothers me about people who say that, because
Mhm.
everybody don't just come from Africa, right? Homo sapiens, yes, they're African species, right? But there are lineages that started outside of Africa, right? So there are Europeans whose basal lineage started outside of Africa. right? And they would not be considered African. Like, when do y'all start saying that people were African? Because I refuse to allow y'all to be like Homo erectus people. They're Africans. Like, no, come on, bro.
Right. No, I get that. But so we do have to understand that the first migration of people before anywhere else off the planet, right? And that's the thing that do get tricky, what Sister Honey was saying, right? When we're speaking in these contexts and we're going back into history, right? Context is really important, right? Because when I am talking about the first migration out of Africa, those people probably were not Homo sapien. They were older than Homo sapien, right? And so we know that, okay, well, we call Homo sapiens humans, right? And you know, if you're not Homo sapien, then you know you're not fully classified as a human, right? But before anybody else was on the planet, these are the people that came from there. There was nobody else on the planet then. And
So
then
is that like
migration.
octopromethesis? What stage is that? Octopromethesis people or what? Oh, you
Hold on
saying
one
the Homo
second.
Are you saying
sapiens?
Australopithecus?
Yeah, yeah. That's what
All
I'm
the
asking
names
him.
Yeah,
crazy.
because he said it real quick. So I'm like, wait, what did he say?
Yeah, is that the first migration out of Africa? Humble.
I got you. Give me 1 second.
Okay. My dog about to pull up source. Dog, you about to make me get on my computer. Boy, Humble, you ain't right. We
I
take
be
your
having
word for
listen
it, bro.
because that's why I
We
be
take your
having to
word
keep my
for it.
thing up here because I be like, all right, so all right. Yes, Homo
And
erectus are the very first migration ever out of Africa. 2
okay,
million
so it's
years
the
ago.
Homo erectus. So
Yeah,
that's before the Homo sapien
yeah,
and before the Homo sapiens sapien.
right. So
Okay,
it's a
all right.
so if I could read this really
And
fast.
before
So
Neanderthals and Denisovans.
right. So
They
it's
all
a
came from that
Yeah,
one.
all the denizens. Yes,
right.
yes.
So it's a the
Damn, honey,
first
you own it.
uh-huh. So it's say the first migration ever, Homo erectus, about 2 million years ago. The earliest known humans to leave Africa were Homo erectus around 1.8 to 2 million years ago. They spread to the Levant, the Caucasus, India, South Asia, and eventually China and Indonesia. This is the first major human migration recorded in archaeology and paleo and anthropology. Oh, paleoanthropology. What the heck is that on my screen? I was like, is that a gash? But paleoanthropology. Um, later migrations before so let's say after Homo erectus, other African hominids also migrated. The Homo heidelbergianus, Bulgarian genesis. Wow, 500,000.
Heidelberg Genesis.
Yeah, thank you so much for that. These
Yeah.
groups populated Europe, Asia long before Homo sapiens left Africa. Oh, snaps. The
Yeah.
first Homo
So hold up.
sapien migration, modern humans evolved in Africa 300,000 years ago. The earliest successful migration of Homo sapiens out of Africa happened around 60 to 70,000 years ago, moving through Northeast Africa, Arabia, Asia, Australia, later into Europe 45,000 years ago. 45 dating to 45,000 years ago. But new research shows multiple early attempts by Homo sapiens, some as early as 250,000 years ago, though these groups did not survive long term. Okay, that's crazy. Okay.
They
Hey,
admixed.
bro,
They
you
was
know
they
what's
was
crazy
before.
though, honey? You know what's crazy about all of that? We hear no migration into the Americas.
Because they weren't over here yet.
Right.
Right.
So all of that during
So
this time. So
go
we
ahead,
have
go ahead.
to understand that all of the Americas, what we would call the Americas during this time, was under ice. Like this wasn't even
No,
a
no, no,
landmass
no,
yet.
no. Not all of the Americas was under ice, bro. We got Americas that's on the equator that's hot too. Not everything was under ice during the ice
South
age,
America.
bro.
No, it
Right.
was. It wasn't during an
Yeah,
ice age, but it was
yeah. The
just,
south, the
you know,
south,
North
the
America was
southeast.
super ice.
Yeah, the south, the North America, dog, was not up underneath ice, dog.
Are you talking about South America or the South
I'm
of North America?
Yeah, I'm talking about South of North America going into South America from that equator, from the 33 parallel line on down and going into the equator and on down. It was too hot. It was not underneath ice.
You said
All
33?
right. So it say, hold on one second. Let me read this really fast. So it say around 300,000 years ago, there were no humans in the Americas at all. Every credible archaeologist timeline show that the earliest confirmed humans' presence in the Americas is tens of thousands of years old, not hundreds of thousands of years old. The Americas at 300,000 years ago were a world of magnafauna, shifting climates, and evolving ecosystems, but no hominids. The earliest evidence of humans in the Americas appear much later, around 30,000 to 15,000 years ago, depending on which discoveries you accept. All right.
Wait,
Luzia
So
and
you said
Luzio?
it say
15,000?
what
Is
life
that
forms
Luzia? Hold
dominated
on, Humble,
uh
you ever heard of Luzia and Luzio?
Louisiana,
Yeah,
Louisiana.
not Lucy now. Luzia with a
Uh-oh.
Z
No,
and
who is
Luzio.
Lucia? All right,
Mhm.
Lucia.
Now, when you look at this, when we look at it, they will say, "Oh, they not Homo sapien neither," and all of this right here. So they make up things. But even if they not Homo sapien, this proves that
Oh,
life was over here at, at earlier times. And then after that, bro, I'm gonna bring up Albert Perry DNA.
all right. Now you do know Albert Perry DNA go back to Africa, right?
No, it don't. No, they had to add that in, bro. And if you look at the research, they added that in because they had to make it say that it came from over there because it wouldn't test it to nobody, bro.
Yeah, Dosey showed that in her last debate.
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
what were
Hey,
you
listen,
saying
man.
now?
I know the Albert Perry family, man, from here in South Carolina. Shit, two of them.
Mhm.
One of them is famous. Two of them, actually, the fridge. William Refrigerator Perry that played on the Bears team. And his brother. Yeah, they are famous football players. Those are part of the Perry family. Yeah, yeah. But so you
Yeah,
look up Luzia? You look up
yeah.
Luzia, bro?
OTK.
Yeah, baby.
Did you hear the time period that he said in which there was
Uh
ice?
no. It don't
Because you
matter though.
brought
That
up
would have to
something
be
that was
during the Clovis.
12,000 like years
Yeah.
ago, and
Yeah,
he's
that's the
talking
Clovis
about
period.
some couple 100,000 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And so I'm
yeah.
trying to
So
understand why y'all do this, where you mess up the
yeah.
timelines and then confuse
Mhm.
the audience.
My bad, thousand pardons. So when he was talking about the ice age, that's during the Clovis period. That's when you see the Clovis over here. That's when you will see the Clovis area over here. That's when they say it's the Clovis. They came on the Siberian land bridge and all of this stuff right here. That correlates with the Siberian land bridge too. So my bad, honey. You're absolutely correct. Thousand pardon. My fault.
And they said that ice age took place how long ago? Is it like 15,000 years ago?
You said it took. You said the Ice Age. Yeah. Hold on.
So I
Yeah,
mean,
that
'cause
would be the
Let me
Clovis
scroll back
area.
up.
but there's another story saying
Oh
the
my
natives
God.
they got here 20,000 years ago.
Well, the
Uh-huh.
land bridge emerged about 35,000 years ago, right? And it says during the last ice age.
Yeah, that should have been during the Ice Age. 35,000 years ago is when the Clovis came. When they say the Clovis came over here. They saw people over here and all the top part of North America, Canada, and the top part of North America was frozen, but not the southern part. That's why they went to the southern part. They went into Mexico, all the way to South America. That's what they said. They came through Cali. They went on down through Texas, Arizona, New Mexico, Texas, and then they went into South America because they was trying to get from the cold, but all that
Yeah,
shit was not frozen, bro.
y'all get a chance, man. My nigga
Me
A1
and
dropping.
Bap had a debate.
He about to drop a bill. A1 about to drop a bill called Before 1492.
Right.
He making
Right.
niggas.
Y'all want me to come and beat y'all up? That's what you're saying.
Well, hold up now. Was you supposed
Honey,
to debate
stop that, honey.
Doshi? I thought that was
Hey,
you and
honey,
A1 that pulled
let
up.
me ask you this, honey.
Yeah, but he
Do
didn't
you
start that
think?
yet because we're still in this tournament. When he do the women's
Yeah.
tournament.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
That's gonna be a trouble.
Man,
Yeah.
I cannot wait to next
Hey,
season,
honey.
bro.
So what are
Yeah.
you, honey? Are you American Indian, American
Oh, I'm
Aboriginal,
not an Indian.
FBA?
I'm not any of
What?
that. What are you talking about?
No, I'm asking you what you are,
I'm
Mom.
an African
You
American.
African? Huh?
No, I'm an African American. I'm
Nah,
not African.
Okay.
I didn't
Oh,
gotta
come
ask
from
you the same
Africa.
thing.
okay. Bet. Since you so in deep with research, you found any African in your genealogy?
Yes, plenty. What are you talking
What?
about?
Where at?
All of the places? Well, mainly
No, no,
Nigeria.
no.
No. Not your DNA test. Not your DNA test. I say your
Ooh,
genealogy.
Oh, I'm not doing
ooh.
a damn genealogy. I don't need your genealogy.
Now look, if you look it up, it's gonna tell you genealogy is better than
Baby
DNA.
girl, if you do a
The
DNA
genealogy
test, the
is not
DNA.
better than DNA because
That
my
is
DNA told me
Hold up.
about where I was from and connected me to people who are in my lineage.
you're
Okay,
only gonna
well,
find
baby
people who
girl,
also did their DNA.
yeah.
No, a genealogy is written, right? Which means that anything can be written down.
I,
Anything.
I can't I can't
For
take a
instance, if I
DNA
went by
and
my birth
it's gonna be
certificate,
like
have a
you was
different
born in
person's
Cali.
name on it, then who's my actual father? Because my mother was technically married,
No, you
even though
cannot find
separated,
your
right?
father if
So
you was
my
just to change.
genealogy would say that my father was her husband, right? And I would be going
No,
down
not
that line for
necessarily.
no reason.
Not necessarily.
Yes,
Not
it is because
necessarily.
genealogy is
No,
paperwork.
hold up, honey. It will say that that is your stepfather on that
No, it would not.
genealogy
It
word.
would say that it is my father because
No, then
paperwork
that
says
means y'all
that's my
not doing
father.
genealogy. That means y'all not doing
Paperwork,
genealogy
all the
correct.
paperwork, everything written says that that is my
Yeah.
father.
Okay.
Everything
Well,
written.
that's your daddy. He's not your father.
No,
He's not your
everything
biological
written would
father.
say that is my father.
No,
I can
until
apply for
you
his
change it.
benefits.
Until
I can
you
apply for
change it.
all of those things,
All
right? But
right
if I
then. Will you?
change it, then now I am now just inserting shit that could or
Oh
could not
no!
be true.
Now you're getting out of the benefits. That's what you're saying to
No,
me
no,
right
no. Now
now.
I am inserting shit. Now I know who my father is, right? But if I
Uh,
am only going by paperwork, like what you said, I would be
so are you
following the
gonna put
wrong
your real
tree.
daddy in
And
there?
if I put, hold on, if I am just inserting shit, that means that anybody can, which makes it unreliable.
No. See, it's more than
Yes,
just
yes, and
inserting
yes.
shit. Hold up, honey. It's more than just inserting shit because we know people got the same names all over the place, honey. So it's more than just inserting
You're
shit.
still
It's up for
inserting
you to
shit.
do your due diligence to
Right. And
see
I would
to
be
make sure that
inserting
hold up,
shit.
honey.
Like you sit up here saying honey, but it's unreliable. It's unreliable. In any time, just like people,
no.
when
Is
Wikipedia
DNA
was something that
unreliable?
anybody could write on, people
Hold
So
on
said
is
1 second,
Wikipedia
is
is
OTK.
DNA
OTK,
test
unreliable.
in
let her land
fact?
her plane, OTK. You got it right after
Oh,
her. Let her land the plane.
So
My
when
bad,
people
humble.
could walk in on Wikipedia and be like, "Hey, I'm just going to write this up," da 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 da. Wikipedia was seen as unreliable because anybody can come and write this in and say that this is the story.
True,
So when
true.
you're telling
All
me
right.
that I could just go
I
and write in something and change my genealogy, that means that anybody can. So then that makes it unreliable.
whoa. Nobody can change your personal genealogy because you're doing that personally. You're talking about an ancestry tree. Come
Honey,
on,
if
baby
I can
girl.
go in and
Come on,
write
baby.
it, then
Hold
that
up.
means that
Hold up.
he could go
Hey,
in and write
humble.
it.
You gonna
Somebody else
tell
could
her
go
let
in
me
and write it,
finish,
and
humble?
somebody else could go in and write it.
Hey,
Because when
Well,
I'm
humble,
following
look.
him, I'm
I'm gonna go ahead
Can
following
and
I
other
land?
things that's
Can I
written.
land my power glider
Go
like
ahead.
the brother said earlier?
This power
Let
glider
me
is
land my
crazy.
hand glider real quick, baby girl, honey. Listen, yes, you're absolutely correct. But the thing about genealogy is that you have a paper trail. You cannot, if you look up the DNA test that you took, you will see that you will not get no results without putting your name in. All right. So once you put your name in, that is a paper trail. That means that is your genealogical trace. You feel me? You cannot spit in no tube and send it off without no name and they can come back and say, "Oh, this is honey." No, it don't work like that.
Well, you don't put your name, you put a number.
It don't matter, baby girl. You need a reference
But
panel and a
regardless of
paper
that,
trail.
you
Hold on,
think
hold
that a
on.
paper trail of your name means something? Like this is so crazy.
No,
This is
no.
so funny
Your
to me.
paper
Y'all be
trail
so
is your
funny.
genealogy, baby girl. Your paper trail is your
Okay, so you clearly
genealogy.
have you ever talked to somebody who was adopted?
Yes,
Okay, so like I said,
yes.
when you're looking at a paper trail, that means that's just something that people put together, right? And in the
No,
paper trail,
no,
their
no,
mother and
no,
father can
no,
be who
no,
whatever is written down on that
no,
paper. That does not
no,
actually mean that that's who it is.
Hold
no,
on
no, no,
one
baby
second,
girl.
really fast, OTK.
That's
Mr.
go ahead,
Honey
bro.
is correct, and here's why I say that. So I just got finished telling y'all that my mother got 10 kids, right? So I got a sister, I got two sisters, right? Grew up with each other, and I ain't gonna really get their names out here. But for my niece, both of my sisters are the parental guardians on that birth certificate. And so, did my sister have my niece? Well, did one of my sisters have my niece? No, but she was there, and she told the doctor let her sign because that's my sister, and she here with me, and she signed. But
Yeah,
that's not
yeah.
her real
Listen,
father.
yeah, I don't got no problem with that, bro. That's why I say you got to do your due diligence when you're doing your genealogy. It's not no easy work, bro. The shit is
Mhm.
tedious.
Hey,
Genealogy is very tedious work, bro.
who
Very
who was
tedious,
that?
especially when you coming from certain areas. But what I'm saying is, bro, you cannot spit in a damn tube and they tell you who you is without you giving them a name. Your
Your name,
name
what does your
carries
name
a
mean?
paper. Hold up, your name carries a number behind it, which is your social security number, and it also carries a trail.
Look, I got a bill on my channel that has to do with
That's
DNA.
all I'm saying, honey. That's all I'm
It's
saying,
If I
honey.
put
when
my name that I was
when I
born
put
with
DNA,
somewhere, it will
it does
stop.
not appear.
The trail will stop. You won't
No,
find it
but see,
nowhere.
this the thing is, see, an ancestry tree and doing separate genealogy is two totally different things. On an ancestry tree, anybody can go and add anything on your tree. They can be like, "Oh yeah, we cousins. We got the same last name. Boy, our granddaddy got the same. Our great granddaddy. That's my great granddaddy, but that's your granddaddy. They got the same name. Boom. I'm gonna put that in there. We went through that. I done did that, baby girl. What I'm telling you is that's when I said, you know what? I need to do footwork. And footwork means you go into military records, you go into death certificates, you go into the churches where they got baptized at, or where they or who preside over their funeral with their marriage certificate. It's tedious. It's very,
Real
and you
tedious.
also
I
gotta
was just
be
about to
able
say
to
that.
talk to people in your family
It's like
that
some kind
knows
of
names.
cognitive dissonance going on here.
Oh, my bad. My bad.
Yo, I'm
That's
dead, bro.
crazy, honey.
Because when I'm trying to tell you that you're still only going by something that somebody wrote down and what
So your
somebody told
grandmama,
you.
so your grandmama don't got no merit? If your grandmama tell you where you came from, that don't got no merit? If she wrote it down?
No, because my grandmama would have told me that my mom's husband was my
Whoa,
father.
whoa, 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 whoa. You say your
Because my
grandmama don't got
mom's
no
husband
merit.
might have said that too. Right? And so therefore,
Whoa,
because they
whoa,
accept that, okay,
whoa,
cool. Then it's this,
whoa,
this, and this. So what I'm saying
whoa.
is that you're talking about going by somebody's word, going by somebody this and that to me, no, that's not legit
Not
because you
just
can say
somebody
anything and
word,
you can write
not just
anything.
somebody word. People
And you
that's
can
older
say
than you.
anything and you can write anything.
Wait,
No,
let me ask
no.
you
So
something.
hold up. So
So
you
what are you
saying
OTK,
you
talking
don't
OTK.
go
about?
off of what older people say? Your older people in
No,
your
why
family
would I
that been
say
here
why would
before
I just
you?
do that?
Yeah,
Unless
they
it was
squat.
their
Why
own
wouldn't you
story.
do that if
If
they?
they were
Oh
telling
my
their own
God.
story,
Oh my
okay.
God. Go ahead, Copper
You
Draco.
can't
I
tell me
stop.
my
I
story.
stop.
That makes no
I stop.
sense. You got to. You got to stop. Go
I
ahead.
stop.
Honey, let me ask you a quick question, honey. When you get a chance, check out my video I did on DNA. I said it means does not appear, but if you watch the video and everybody that did their DNA, if you go to the scientific fact, you go to the other section, it shows no African detected. And even when Dosi did her shit, she went on Sonetta and showed hers. It said that she was like 60% African. But when they showed all the marks was all in North America. She had not one mark in Africa. I'm saying like
Oh,
that's just
well, I'm
that's just kind
sorry
of
that hers came out like that. Mine didn't.
you
Like,
you
what
got
the fuck?
markers.
I don't care about what she got to say.
No, no, I'm not saying
Like,
that.
she's not me, so why would I care about her
I mean, you
marks?
might be a real Nigerian. I'm not hating on that. I'm not hating on that. I'm just
I'm
saying
not a
like
real
sometimes.
Nigerian. I'm very mixed. But that's
Hold
my
up. So
point.
are
I
you
am
So you
second
got
mixed.
markers.
generation? Are
You
you
got
second or
markers in
third
Nigeria.
generation
Yes.
Nigerian? Are you second or third generation
I'm
Nigerian?
shit. I'm a bunch of different things, right? I said that most of it was there,
So
right?
you not no
But my
American
thing
Indian at
is,
all? You
why
not
would I
no
be
American
American
Indian at all?
Indian? Why would I be
So
an
you just
American
all
Indian?
African. So you all full
No.
blood
Did I say
African?
so? I'm sorry.
Now, she says she
Is the
African
only thing
American.
that you can be is African or Indian in the world?
No, I'm talking
No,
about when you
You
over
could be a whole
here.
lot of other
No, you
stuff.
can be
I'm like,
European.
I'm
No, you can be
confused. What the
European.
fuck?
No, you can be
I got a,
I
European,
said I'm
I got a
baby.
lot.
very
No,
I
mixed.
got a lot.
no, honey. My bad,
What
honey.
the
I'm not
hell?
saying it like that, honey. My bad. Thousand pardon. Thousand pardon, honey. My fault. My fault. I
Look,
said that the wrong way. You
the point.
absolutely correct. So you saying the only thing you have in you is African? What else do you have in you?
And European. I told you I'm very mixed.
So you African and
Look,
European.
the point I
No
was making.
American in
I
you.
didn't have no, I don't have any Native American.
Oh,
Hey, that's what I'm
okay.
saying.
All
She
right.
might. She might.
All
She might
right
be
then.
official.
So you was born over there?
No, I was born here. Why would I have been born over there?
You able to tie yourself to
Oh.
a tribe in
Just
Africa?
because she was hold on really fast.
No, 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 no.
Just because she doesn't have any Native American in her blood don't mean she have to be born there. Her ancestors could have been slaves, and the descendants of those slaves could have been free people who never interacted directly with Native Americans.
They
No, no.
interacted with the
I
Europeans.
I have no fight
Hold
with
up, hold
that.
up, hold up, Copper Draco. Hold up, Copper Draco. But they interacted with the European. Or she got a rape story too. Somebody
Oh,
got
Why?
raped in the
This is my
family
thing.
with the European master.
Why does Europeans have to be 200 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
Why couldn't my great grandfather or my grandfather be a European person? Like, what are we talking about?
That's why I asked, was you first or second generation? That's why I asked you that.
No, you kept asking me about
If
Africans.
your
Like you
grandfather
totally threw
is if your
away
grandfather
the
is
European
European,
part.
if your grandfather is European and your mama or your grandmama or something like that is Nigerian, and you was born over here and they came over here, you're first generation born over here, or your mom is first generation, you will be second. That's why I asked that question.
Well, because of
Because we
my
find that to
grandparents,
be
it's a whole
true.
bunch of them. But no, my mother is an African American. They've been like I
Hold
don't
up,
have
your
anything to
mom is
compare
an
my mother.
African American also.
Yeah. Yeah. My
What is
father
an
is mixed.
African American to you? What is an African
A
American to
Black
you?
American, somebody who's
No,
here, the descendant from the slave
We
trade.
already was black over here. We already was black over here. So that Black American
Who was
skin ain't
already
gonna
black
work.
over here?
We was.
So you saying that when they got off the bus, or when they got off that boat, the people over here was like, "What's up? We black."
Nah, we
Oh,
chestnuts.
okay.
Y'all ain't
No,
even call.
okay.
Hold on. They didn't even call
I'm just
y'all
trying to
black.
understand.
Y'all
I'm
wouldn't
trying to
even call
understand what
black.
it
Y'all
was.
ain't
Who
call
is y'all?
yourself
I'm
black.
African American. African Americans have been black.
Hold up. Y'all ain't even call
Who
yourself
is y'all?
African.
African Americans have been black.
The people that got off the boat didn't
I'm
call
not a
themselves
person that got off
African.
the boat.
You
I'm
just
African
brought that
American.
scenario up, honey.
No, what I'm saying is when they got off the boat, so the people who got off the boat wasn't African either. They're
Who
like
was it?
Portuguese and
Whoa.
Spanish and all of that shit, right?
Whoa. All right,
So
Whoa.
we
when
stop.
those when
I
those
stop.
when those
That's
Europeans
interesting
came
right
talking to
there.
y'all, what were they? They did
Hey,
not
honey,
say,
you're
"Oh,
not
it's some
ready
black
for
people."
Dosey.
No,
That's all I'm telling you,
You
man.
said it wasn't no
You're not
no,
in
y'all
Dosey.
sound crazy. So, like I said, African Americans did not get off of a boat.
Well, look, well, hear
We're
me out.
here.
This
Where
the
did
point I was trying
African
to make.
Americans come
When I
from
when I
then?
said
Where
when I
did they
said
come from? Where did
well,
African Americans come from?
hold on, real
Okay, go ahead,
real quick.
Cover Draco.
Because I know you said I'm sorry that her DNA shit was like that. I wasn't trying to like go off what she was doing. I was just saying that the fact that it said that she was 61% African, but she had not one marker in Africa. Do you feel that's not kind of like a little
What
suspect
I'm
when it comes
saying
to
is
the DNA
that
shit?
it's either suspect that she didn't show y'all the shit,
She
or
showed
like
it.
she got it from a fucked up
She did it
place.
on the
I,
world
Because
stage. She did it on
I got
I
it.
can
Sinetta
press
Look,
Channel,
look,
bro.
I can
I
press
got
Yeah,
it.
she
any
did it on
I,
part
Sinetta
of
Channel.
my
yeah, she did
okay.
on Sonetta's
I
channel.
can press any part of my map, and it will highlight just that part of my map. Right.
Yeah.
So if somebody is telling you that you are whatever, that means that she surely doesn't believe that she's from America either. Because then
So
that
you
means that
believe
the
what the
entire thing.
European tell you what
All of
that
her
Hold
markers,
means?
on. Stop
all of her
talking.
markers.
Stop
Yeah,
talking. That
you got
she
it, you got
doesn't
it, you got it.
believe that she's American either, because then that means that the entire test is done. If they're telling her that she is from somewhere else, but showing her markers here, then what she's saying is that the entire test is compromised. So she don't believe nothing on the test. You can't
Big
just believe what
facts.
you want to on it. She has to say, "Well, I'm not American either. I got to take another test."
Even though all her markers is in America,
You
all of
do
them.
know, you
Word.
do.
If the same test is saying
Come
that she
on,
is
I
man.
mean,
African,
Stop
I get what
that.
you're
and
saying.
Stop
you're
I get what
that.
you're
saying that,
saying, but
hey, it
Stop
ain't no
that,
markers
honey.
there, we don't believe this,
Stop
then you
that,
can't
honey.
believe that she's from America. You can't believe
It's
nothing on
impo-
it.
Listen, if it
Let me
wasn't
jump in
so
here for a
late,
second.
Draco,
Okay, go ahead,
I
Jose.
would have called my sister,
Let
man.
me
But I
jump in
know
here for
she
a
got to
second.
work in the morning. For
Hold on.
real. Word.
You do know in order for them to say that she is from Africa, they have to have some sort of haplogroup genetic markers from Africa. That's why they said that. They saw some genetics that they could identify with
Bro,
other
it's
genetics that they have
haplogroups made
on
up.
record.
It's haplogroups made up.
uh-oh.
Listen, don't start that O2K.
No, why I gotta
Don't
be
start that. Don't
listen?
start
Why
that.
it can't be a
Don't start
yes
that.
or no? It's haplo. Hey, humble boy, listen,
Everything is
humble
made up
boy.
O2K.
I'm surgical with this DNA stuff now, humble for real now. I
Now,
take
now,
any
now,
debate on
can I answer your
that
question,
shit.
O2K? Let me answer your
Yeah,
question.
is it yes or no? It's
Everything that you say
haplogroups
is
made
made up.
up.
So what does that mean? What does that mean?
Hold
They
up, ain't
created it to
everything I
identify
said is
something.
made up. It ain't
They
everything I say is
Hold on,
made up, though.
O2K. They created it to identify something. Just like all the words that you deal with are created to identify
Is
something.
it accurate? Is it accurate?
Yes, it is.
How many people in Africa did they test that shit to?
Now, I'll say this. If you're going to hold on,
what is wrong with these? But humble.
Like you
Hey,
want me
that's
to
why I
lie.
tell you, honey,
So
this shit
can
ain't
I
for
answer the
you,
question?
honey.
Can I answer the question or you want me to lie? The fact of the matter
Hey,
is, I
humble.
don't know.
Yes,
The
Nah,
fact of
you're
the matter is,
gonna
I don't know.
lie.
I don't know.
You don't have no choice but to lie. The only
I
truth you
don't
can
know.
say is like OTK. Yeah, you right.
I don't know. I do not know. But what I can tell
what
you is
happened?
when.
What
Then how can
happened?
you
What
come and
happened?
talk about
Hold
this
on.
subject?
Can I finish? Let me finish. What I'm gonna tell you is this: if you're looking for
My boy mulatto up this bitch.
can I finish?
What's up, Pat
Peace,
Mulatto?
family.
Hold on, we gonna
Peace, family.
let Jose. What's up, Pat Mulatto? Hold on, we gonna let Jose finish, and then we gonna let Pat Mulatto get in there. And then OTK was calling me, so I wanted to tell me what he was calling me about. Go ahead, Jose. Go ahead, Jose. And then
What I can tell you is, if you're looking for the most DNA as far as African people are concerned, you definitely need to go to African Ancestry because they have the largest commercial database. If you want to get the best reading, they're the ones who have the largest African database. The other ones don't.
Hey, did they take that
all right.
database from
Hold on
tribes or
one
did they
second,
take that
OTK. Hold
database
on one
from
second,
people that's in
OTK.
Europe?
Hold on
Oh.
one second, OTK. Hey, Pan Mutilation, what's up? Pan Mutilation. That's
That nigga said,
I know that's that Baltimore City
Pan
public school
mutilation.
system kicking in.
Hey,
Yeah, I know he from
that's
Baltimore
your
City.
new
He can't
name,
read.
man.
It's
He
a
can't read because he from
mulattoism,
Pan
though.
Baltimore.
Mulattoism. I told him that's a hard
They
name.
got
No, listen,
they
I
got a
told him
low
the other
literacy
day.
rate in Baltimore. I know they
Listen,
got
I
a low
told him the
literacy
other
rate
day
in
that was a
Baltimore.
crazy name for me to be saying. Pan
Yeah, got a low
Mulattoism.
literacy rate.
What's
But
up, bro?
very
Get in there, bro.
peace. Very briefly, when OTK and Copper Draco brought up Dulcinea's ancestry DNA test results, I had something similar, and I actually spoke to Dulcinea about this. Now, yes, it showed that I have African ancestry, but when I click on matches, I had literally zero cousins in Africa today. Now, simultaneously, now watch this. Simultaneously, it showed me cousins that I have today in Europe, actual Caucasians. It showed me cousins I have in the Philippines, actual Filipinos, but it showed me no African cousins that exist today. So I just want to ask anyone on the panel, anyone that took a ancestry DNA test, particularly Honey, and I'm not trying to put you back against the wall, really. I'm genuinely curious. When you took a ancestry DNA test, did it show you any modern cousins in Africa that exist today?
Yeah, but it was like the generations was far back.
Oh, so it showed you It showed you actual Africans that you have in Africa
Yeah,
that
that's
you're
like
related to today.
yeah,
Oh,
that's on
What
the site.
tribe?
Yeah.
So she got a tribe
Wow, I
then.
wouldn't even be talking to them about that. What? I don't
That's what I'm
care.
saying. She might be official. What
no,
niggas
that's
trying
what's
to
up.
fight? You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
but I'm just
yeah,
saying,
yeah.
like,
That's what's
this
up.
type of shit does happen, though. That's all I'm saying. And he pulled up and said basically what I said. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying that you was
Yeah, I'm
lying.
not doubting Honey. I'm not doubting Honey, but what I'm telling Honey is if you found that out, girl, you one of the first. Do deeper research so you can be out here, dog. You be top of the fucking platform. If you find that out, you would be one of the first. But you said you second
He said you
generation.
put my
He said you be one of the first.
Hey, I
Hey
had to
man,
get you
listen,
back
listen, listen.
somehow,
I
honey.
say this though, but I say this though, right? Um, it's less important where you from, and more important with what you do with the information, how you can apply it to your life, and how it can benefit you, right? Um, if you know, no matter where you say you from, right? If you can't go into that culture and grab anything beneficial, and that's why you know these cultures, and that's why we're so proud of these cultures, our ancestral cultures, because when we go back there, we find everything that benefit us today, and
some of
everything
it
that we
is
find in
diet.
history. Go ahead, sister. What you say, sister?
Some of it is like diet. A lot
Yep,
of
diet. Oh yeah.
the stuff like your ancestors ate, right?
Yep,
Like you're
yep.
here, but like that stuff kind of would keep you grounded and get you healthier.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't
Like a
called a
European
diet.
diet wouldn't
That was
work that
regular
much.
eating back then. It wasn't no obesity over
Well, no,
here.
I'm not talking about going on a diet. The diet I'm talking about is just
Yeah.
what you ingest, period.
Yeah, what you ingest.
Oh, okay.
Just everything that you
Yeah.
ingest to keep you
Correct.
grounded or to keep you whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, you might not want to do a European
Correct.
diet if
See,
that's
and
Was
not
this
it
is
something in your
obesity?
background, right?
Was it
No, just
obesity
what
in
you eat.
yeah,
Africa?
and
Was
this
it
is why.
obesity in
Your
Africa?
lifestyle also help with that too.
But see, but
Hey,
see, the problem that we have with these abos is they're gonna come out and tell you we're a member of an indigenous group. Hold on. You could cuss me after. You could cuss me after.
He couldn't help himself.
Nah,
Let
I
me
ain't
finish.
cut you off, Jose. I'm just laughing, man. Go
The
ahead,
problem
bro.
we have with these abos are they're gonna tell you they're a member of a group that you never heard of, with a culture and language that you never heard of, and
Right.
everybody is a chief with pigeon feathers on their head running around. And if you ask them to say 2 words in their language, they can't even do it. So therefore, you have to look at them side eye.
OTK,
Alright.
OTK. What's
Yeah.
your religious belief, if you don't mind me asking?
Hey, Humble, we'll say that for another day, bro.
Oh, he
Hey,
ran.
Humble. Hey, this man not getting on this
He
American
got
Indian
he
shit
got
right now.
tracksuit.
Hold
He
on,
gonna
hold
make
Take
up
on.
a
your
group
track
that you
shoes
never heard
off.
of. I guarantee you.
Hey,
If you ask
hey,
him a
bro,
tribe,
Jose just try to shoot a dart, try to spit a dart inside my neck, but I
no brother,
dodged that shit. You know
no
what I
brother.
mean?
Poisonous dart.
Now I'm gonna shoot this arrow back at you, bro. See if you can
Number
dodge this.
one. Now,
Hey,
first
Jose.
of all, number
You
one.
got that? Oh,
Magi
see.
archers.
Now you
Magi
about to shoot
archers.
another dart.
Hold
Go
on.
ahead. Go ahead.
Hold on. Magi
Go
archers
ahead.
don't shoot darts. They shoot arrows in your eye and they blind you. If you look up the history, you'll know what I'm
Oh,
saying.
so you a Kemet? Oh, so you a Kemet dude?
You can say whatever you want, but Magi archers
Yeah,
would blind
a
you.
Magi
Magi archers
archer. Wasn't
blind
he
you. They were
protecting the
blinding the arrows.
pharaohs?
They were
He
Hold
said,
blinding
on,
the
wasn't the
arrows.
Magi
whatever you want.
protecting the pharaohs? Yes or
Hold on
no?
one
All of that.
second. Time
All of
out.
that.
Time out. We gotta get our cultures correct. That's the Nubians.
No, they were
That's
Magi.
the Nubians. The
Magi's are
Magi's
considered
is the
Nubians.
Nubians.
Magi's will be considered Nubians.
Mm-hmm.
And when the Arabs came
No, I
to
say
invade,
that because like he was saying, like, oh well, that's the Kemetic. No, they taught the
they are.
Cometian people. They taught the Cometian people how to use bow and arrows.
They're the same
I
people.
agree with that. I agree with that because
But
the
they're the same
original
people.
Cometian
They're
people
the
did
same
not
people.
have no army.
Yes.
Yes, they did.
Right,
The Nubian
right.
brothers. The Nubian brothers.
I
said he,
agree
The
with
Nubian
that.
brothers.
I agree with
Jose,
that. I
Jose
agree with
said
that.
Jose said they did.
Yeah, they're Nubian brothers. Nubian, as we
Yeah, the
call them today,
Nubians.
are
Yeah.
not. They're
But
not
wasn't
genetically.
Nubia part of Kemet at one point, or a part of what Kemet
They
was
are
at
not.
one point? What
People that they
wasn't
call
Nubia?
people that they call Nubians today are not genetically distinct from the people of ancient Kemet. They're not genetically distinct. They have a genetic affinity. So they
Okay.
are
So
genetically
you saying
distinct
the
people.
Okay. All right. So in other words, you're
Yeah,
saying the people of
yeah.
ancient Kemet was
They share
Persian.
culture. The best way to describe them, the Nile Valley civilizations, is they share culture. Right? They look at each other as one people.
Right.
Not all of the,
I mean, because
not-
we see the smaller pyramids starting in the south, and then we see the growth of the bigger pyramid ending up
the
in
culture,
Kemet.
the culture
Yeah. So
itself.
I can agree with that, bro. I can agree with that.
The culture,
I can agree with that.
the culture and the unification came from the south.
Yeah.
Nama came from the south.
Nama came from the south.
Yeah, Nama.
The
No,
term,
yeah,
the
I
term,
got you. But hold
the
on,
term,
wasn't
the
the
term is so
South,
busy
wasn't the
actually
South
means.
the North back then?
No. The reason people
The
do
south is
that,
the
the
upper part.
reason, hold on
The
one
south is the
second. Hold on one
upper part.
second. So the
Hey,
reason
Humble, you
people,
wasn't supposed to jump in, Humble.
nah, man, because
He
listen,
wasn't.
Go ahead,
I go
bro.
through, hold on one second, y'all. Y'all don't understand how many conversations I have about that daily where they be like, oh, well, the Egyptians looked at the world upside down. No. The South, so in Kemet, North, okay, so the river, the Nile River flowed up south.
Right.
And
just like the
so
Mississippi.
it's a
Right.
plain leveling thing, right? So that's
Oh,
why
okay.
it's like that. It's the north is higher than the south, so it forces the river to flow
Oh,
down up south. I mean, it forces it to flow
It
fucking
flows the opposite way.
downward.
It flows
yeah,
Right,
opposite.
up
right,
south.
It
So
flows
right.
from the
But
south. It flows
that's
from the
what
south.
that is. That's not because the
oh,
map is upside down. That's
No.
not because they don't have different directions or any of that. Is just because of a plane thing.
But the nut
no, no,
but
no. I
another part.
wasn't saying that because of that. I was saying that because of the river. And I'm glad you
Yeah.
said that,
But
bro.
there's another
Because a
but
lot of people don't know that the Nile reverses, just
Yes.
like
right.
the Mississippi.
It
The
comes from
Mississippi
Ethiopia.
reverses also.
It comes from
Mm-hmm.
Ethiopia. It flows from
You know what I
Ethiopia.
mean?
It flows from
Uh
Ethiopia
okay.
going back north. But another
Okay,
reason
yeah, I ain't turning the map
Yeah.
upside
Hold
down,
on
man. I
one
ain't
another
one of
second. One
reason
those.
second,
I ain't
OTK.
one of
Let
them
Jose
type of
land his
people.
plane, and you got it right next.
another
Go ahead,
reason
Jose.
is because the culture actually comes from the south. The term Nasut Bidi means one who belongs to the south, but is related to the north. So they're actually honoring their southern brothers with the title. That's part of the title. It actually means the first part actually means one who belongs to the south. One who belongs to the south, which means he came from the south, but he's related to the north. It, it has
Hey,
nothing to do with
Jose
Uncle
watch a
Cody.
lot of Infudishi, bro.
I watch a lot of everything, which
I see. I see.
but what they but what they but that title is out of respect for the southern brothers who unified the
Yes.
country.
Yeah.
So people have to understand that the culture came from the south. The
Mm-hmm.
south is reverenced, and anytime they got out of hand, their brothers from the south came in and started spanking everybody, saying, "You might not want to do that right now. You might want to pat down and relax because you're messing up the
Yeah.
culture, and
The
we not for that."
relationship between Nubia and Kemet was a very complex sisterhood
It sure
relationship.
was. It sure was. It really was. It really, really, really was very, very, very nuanced and complicated, and a lot of people need to understand that because people just talk and a lot of them who have these conversations never read anything, so they don't even know what they're saying. They can't
Hey,
even
Papa
recognize the
Okay,
clip
Draco,
what they're
this
arguing.
funny.
hey,
Hey,
really
this
fast, y'all.
funny.
Really fast, y'all. Hold on one second. Hey,
Funny.
honey, are you a admin on the panel?
Uh-uh.
Okay, brother A1, are you here?
A1 must
Are
have
you
fallen asleep
one?
about.
If you
A1
one,
probably
bro,
fall
you
asleep
can
about a
go.
half an
You
hour
can
ago.
go and do it. If you an admin, you can go and do it,
No,
bro.
I was
And
saying
you
that
can
'cause I'm
add
about
her.
to it's
Yeah, you can
3:47 in
add.
the morning, and I don't want my wife to yell at me in the morning. So
Yeah,
I'm
I was about to leave.
Oh,
I was like, it's late.
okay. Hey,
yeah,
humble. Let me
yeah,
leave you with this, humble and
yes,
Copper
sir.
Draco. You know what's crazy, right? You say this brother watch a lot of infodesi. So for him to be from Africa and he's watching somebody from America telling him about his own place, it sparks my thoughts because that's just like me going to somebody from Africa and they telling me about America and
America.
American Indian shit. This shit is diabolical to me, but I'm gonna leave that right there. Jose, I'll catch you later on, bro.
We
You
gonna
know what
get
I
you.
mean?
We gonna get you O2K. We gonna get you for sure. We're gonna
You
convert you back to Africa
said
for
I ain't
real,
gonna forget.
O2K.
I
We
ain't
gonna
forget
get you.
this
You
shit.
gonna
Hey,
jump in here one day.
hey,
You said
it's
I ain't gonna
all
forget
love,
this shit.
man.
Okay.
Hey, I respect y'all brothers now. I respect your information. Don't never get it wrong. Shout out to the goddess, the chiefness honey, who was up here, man. You know what I mean? Y'all came and bailed her out. Everything good, but it was too much pressure for the sis. We shouldn't
All right.
apply pressure like that, man. But this is what we put our American Indian woman through. They got to get applied pressure to so they can stand up to any man who come in their way. You know what I'm talking about? This is what we do. We train over here. We fight. We fight and we fight because we wild ass Indians. Shout out to Humble
Mhm.
doing a
Sheesh.
great job
Right.
over here. Shout out to A1 having the goddamn panel open and the Titans debate league with all these debates coming up. You know what I mean? Shout out to my brother Copper Draco. Shout out to Jose. Hey man, Peace and love. Hey, shout out to Swab Boss and the brothers them from earlier too. Hey, that was a great bill earlier. Emmanuel, Truth, all y'all boys. I can't wait till these debates come up, bro. Word, man. It's a fire. I can't wait. And hopefully I can find somebody. Hopefully I can find somebody to have a discussion with, so maybe we can get in the ring. You know what I mean? Right now, I feel like people scared of me. You feel me? But it's all good.
AOTK, don't get me happy, bro. Don't get me hyped up.
Hey, listen, long as you got the right topic, everything good. Hey, long as you got the right topic, I'll be your Huckleberry.
Hey, yo, that's one of my favorite. Hey, listen, I was talking about, I'm gonna go to Jose in a second. I just want to put this out there. Speaking about my grandmother, that was one of her favorite westerns, bro. Tombstone. I love that western, bro. I love
fucking that. Doc Holliday.
Doc Holliday. That's my guy. Let's move on to Brother Jose. Give us your closing remarks, Brother Jose, and we're gonna move to Copper Draco next. Go ahead, Brother Jose.
But just so you know, I do study the language a little bit, and I do read a lot of the text. So I'm familiar with a lot of the topics that you might talk about. I obviously don't do as much research as you guys, because you guys are younger, so you're going to retain a lot more. And I'm really a beginner in this, but I definitely do know some of the history for sure to be able to say what I'm saying. So thank you, Humble. You guys are the cheat code, and a lot of people don't even realize that. People like you, Jabari, you guys are the cheat code to make it easy on me. So you guys have a good morning. I'll definitely be tapping in later, right, brother?
All right, most definitely. And Brother Jose, if you got a WhatsApp or whatnot, next show or whatnot, whenever you hop on, pop it in the private chat. Hey, we can get some lessons on the back end, bro. You know, we share information on the back end.
For sure.
Give each other things to look up.
All right, no problem.
All right, most definitely, bro. You know I appreciate you, Brother Jose. You know I appreciate you.
For sure.
Let's get the Brother Copper Draco. Brother Copper Draco, how you doing, Brody?
I am great as usual, man. Appreciate you letting me up. Shout out to Honey with her fine ass, and she's smart, beyond beauty. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to OTK. I was trying to hit him up like, hey man, pull up, man. These niggas might start fucking around and socking me out. You know what I'm saying? Like, he pulled up, and I like the info you was dropping as well. Especially that shit about the octopus, because I feel like niggas don't know nothing about that, man. Like, she goes into labor for like 4 years, and then don't even get to reap the benefits.
Her babies, yeah.
Yeah, that was a cold game. So that was a crazy gem you dropped right there. But and then after hearing everything you said, man, hey man, you sound like a big old, like, look, you more Indian than these niggas that be
Hey, listen. I like to accurate information. Listen, there'd be people over here, they like to say anything to make themselves sound good. I just like to be accurate with it, bro. Just so when people leave and they come back, they ain't got nothing to hold over my head.
Yeah, no, that's a fact. That's a fact. And shout out to Jose Francis too, man. I see you. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though your name, like, you stand on big African business, but your name is Jose Francis. That, you know, that sound that's a little different right there. But shots out, my nigga. Still on business. But last but not least, shout out to A Weezy, man. I call him A Weezy because I got my other partner A1. Like I told you earlier, he's about to drop a bill called Before 1492. You know what I'm saying? You get a chance, check it out, man.
Most definitely.
I'll tap in later, man. Stay up.
All right, most definitely. All right, Copper Draco, and you know we appreciate you as always, brother. You already know. Keep it real, Brody. All right, we got brother A1 in the building. I'm drop him from the panel because he ain't here. I'ma exit out. Y'all already know what it is. It's your brother Humble Mystik representing Titan Debate League, Soul Tribe. I appreciate all of y'all support. Hey, listen, y'all gonna catch me around here tomorrow, probably same time, a little earlier. We gonna keep it coming, and you know, stay sharp, man. Have a great morning. Everybody sleep. Everybody stay blessed up, and I just appreciate all the support. We out.